Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, you guys know what time it is. It's SSN Nation Friday Night Live. And yes, stock market, crypto, gold, silver, real estate investments. What are we going to do now? Because all of them are going down. And now it depends on what you're going to do that's going to be your future. All right, we're going to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. But first, let me say, I'm sorry that I'm late, but my computer did an update like 10 minutes before the live stream, and it took about 15 minutes to come back online. So I want to apologize for being late. But I thank you for being here, and I thank you once again for being in the SSN Nation. And of course, we got the Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. And once again, I want to thank you for being here. And I have to apologize once again. I did a restart 10 minutes before the live stream, so it took 15 minutes almost for my computer to come back up. But I want to thank you for your patience, and I want to thank you once again for being here on the Friday Night Live. And of course, you know, it's been a rough 2 or 3 weeks with the stock market. But then again, it's been a rough month for crypto. And then again, it's been another rough month or two for gold, silver, and precious metals. But what it hasn't been rough in is real estate. So that's why you always have to be diversified, ladies and gentlemen. I want to know tonight what you plan on doing right now, if anything. Are you just holding pat? Are you buying dollar cost averaging down? Or doing nothing? We're going to talk about it tonight, but let's see who's in the house first. Wilson Koo, welcome to the Friday Night Live stream with the icon next to his name, which means he's a member of the channel. Good evening, Mr. Bird and SSN family. He's talking about 100% facts. That's how we're rolling tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Always facts all the time here in SSN Nation. Driven Fortitude has an icon next to his name. And of course, thank you so much for being here and being a member of the channel with the icon next to his name. Good evening, everyone. All right. Thank you so much for being here once again. And of course, everybody who watches these live streams, please share the video. And anybody who's watching, you can always come into the chat. You can always ask questions. This is the No Guru Zone. We try to answer them here. I don't have all the answers, but you never know who's in the chat room because we have a lot of people who are experienced in a lot of different things when it comes to investments. So ask your questions. They will get answered. All right. So to keep that in mind. All right. We have Victor Marrero in the house. He has the icon next to his name as well, which means he's a member of the channel. And he has his usual taglines. Hello, all. And of course, let's do this. That's what we do every Friday night, every Monday night, every Wednesday. So I want to thank you for being here once again, Victor Marrero. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Let's see. It's going to be a rough ride on this crazy sea of wealth, tidal waves. You got that right, Wilson Koo. But we have multiple boats for this. At least that's what we've been talking about for the last 3 years. Because even if you don't have your money into stocks, even if not crypto, even if not gold, silver, precious metals, even if not real estate, well, hell, there's always something else, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe some of you got collectibles going on. Some of you have artwork going on. Some of you might be saying, Eric, I don't need any of those investments you talked about because you did the other thing. You invested in yourself and created business revenue. And you have those streams of revenue coming in. So now you can buy whatever you want anyhow. That's how we got to do it, ladies and gentlemen. All right. It's rising. Mega Poster. I'm in the house. Thank you so much for being here, Mega Poster. I appreciate you being here on the SSN Nation Friday Night Live stream. Glad to see you in the house. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we're talking about here, because you must get your assets in 2021. Some of you earlier in the year were sitting there going, why is Eric keep talking about getting assets, get those extra streams of income, making investments? Why would he be talking about this? Because, ladies and gentlemen, that infamous word, inflation. Even Janet Yellen starts coming out. Just remember a month back when she had that article when we were on a Friday Night Live or a Wednesday Night Live or a Monday Night Live. I can't remember which one. But remember, I pulled up the article where she was giving this, oh, no, we don't have nothing to worry about. No worries about inflation. No problem. Now, all of a sudden, she's up there yesterday talking about, well, wait, hold on. There's going to be some inflation, and it's not just transitory any longer. Of course not. Everybody here at SSN Nation already knew this, right? You guys know that they printed almost 50% of the total money supply in the last 4 years. What's going to happen? Inflation, ladies and gentlemen. This is Economics 101. You print more money. That means you just made the previous amount of money worth less. All right. That means the cost of goods and services have to go up because it's going to cost you more. It's pretty simple. This is basic math. But see, you have all these figureheads like Chairman Powell, Janet Yellen, banks, CNBC saying, oh, don't worry about inflation a month, 2, 3, 4, 5 ago. All of a sudden this week, oh, my God, we have inflation. Oh, what a shock. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what are we going to do about it? A lot of we can do about it. We have answers here. We have solutions. That's what we do here in the Stop Struggling Now Nation. Jonathan with the icon next to his name. Thank you so much for being here. 2021 rockets on fire. I like that. I really love that because, yes, if you made your investments in 2020, everything is still on fire because we're going to talk about something tonight. Super Rich is in the house. Greetings to all. Thank you so much for being here, Super Rich. Nice to see you once again. Thank you again for being in the house. And we have Smart Skills is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Eric, what was the website to purchase land? Smart Skills, Discount Lots, discountlots.com. That's one spot you can go to. All right. And that you can actually finance. And again, no credit check, no qualifying, no nothing. You just got to put down a particular amount of money. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty simple. That's discountlots.com. Now, keep in mind, that's a little holdover from my boys that used to run landauction.com because I can tell by their properties and the way they're doing the down payments and the way they're putting and the properties they're putting forth. I can tell it's part of their inventory that they used to have 20 years ago. So just be patient because they have land on there. They have acres on there. Hopefully that's what you're talking about if you're talking about the United States. That's where we go. If you're not talking about United States, let me know, Smart Skills, and we'll get you hooked up with something else. Oh, she told the truth. Kaizen 909. You said it exactly right. She done slipped up and told the truth, ladies and gentlemen. And so now that people know that there's going to be inflation, stocks start going down. Everything starts going down. You know what else is going to start going down? You know that real estate that you have? Whoever took the ride up, you're going to have to take a ride down because they're going to raise interest rates. What does that mean? That means for anybody that's buying any new real estate, it's going to cost you more for the same house. So $300,000 house at 3.8%. Well, if it's going to be 4.3 or 4.5%, that same $300,000 house is going to cost more. That's what this inflation means. Interest rates have to rise. No matter if I said we're not going to worry about it till 2023. That was a lie as well. They're going to worry about it in about a few months because that's their only play in their playbook. They only have a couple of tools, but because of the media and everything else that they tell the American public, they have you believing that they have many tools. They don't have any. They can only print money or raise or lower interest rates. That's their only playbook. All right, let's go. Yes, in the United States. Thank you. That's right. Discount lots. In fact, you know how we do this around here. Let me just go to, in fact, let me go show people so they can see it for themselves. Discountlots.com. I believe that's the, I'm going to pull it up. Let me just make sure that's the same. Yes, Discount Lots. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get some land, where, in fact, you know what? I think now I keep getting different things. The no barrier to entry. I like the no barrier to entry. Here we are again with something else that's no barrier to entry. Doesn't matter about your credit score. Doesn't matter about how much money you make. They don't care nothing about any of that. Here's what we got. Let's go and see if we can do a search for land without having to sign up. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. See, monthly payments, purchase prices. Look at this. All over the U.S. Look, $1 down, $7.59 a month, somewhere in the desert, no doubt. Here we go, some more desert property. $1 down, $5.91 a month in San Bernardino. Who knows? Some of you might know California pretty well. San Bernardino used to be nothing but desert. And some of you might know they actually built cities in the middle of San Bernardino right now, where people before thought this was ludicrous that you could sell an acre or 2.5 acres for 25 grand. Now people wish they would have been able to buy it in certain areas of San Bernardino where they have $500,000, $700,000, $1 million homes. But who knows what's going to happen? But this is 10 acres for 30 grand, ladies and gentlemen. Just never know. But keep in mind, look at all these hot spots. Florida, that looks like a Carolinas. Don't know. That looks like North Carolina. Can't tell where any of these. That looks like Texas, Arizona, or is that New Mexico? It's either Arizona or New Mexico, California, Washington, Oregon, and I can't tell where 33 is. That looks like Colorado or something. Let's go see. It is, whoa, a lot of places. And I don't know any of these cities, so I don't know. Oh, Santa Fe. So this is New Mexico right here. So you guys can see it right here. You can go to discountlots.com and find out and look for yourself. Land all over the place. And in fact, why don't we just do something? Colorado, New Mexico. Oh, yeah, that's what I have on the map. Let's go back out. Maybe it goes by that. Or maybe it's just in those two states. Oh, no, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. California, Arizona. And you know it's probably going to be somewhere in the desert in Arizona as well. But here we are. 0.35 acres, $226 a month. So, again, everybody, if you guys have a plan, remember when you buy real estate, you have to have a plan going in when you buy real estate. You don't make a plan after you buy real estate because that would be a fatal flaw. Before you buy real estate, you have to have a plan to figure out how you're going to monetize it, whether you're going to monetize it now or even in the future. But just don't go, oh, somebody's going to give me land with $1 down and I'm only going to pay $150 a month. And then you find out there's no water, there's no electricity coming to the lot or the land. The land is landlocked, where meaning you don't have right of way to the land itself. Don't make these type of mistakes. You study because there's always more land available. Don't believe the hype that there's only a set amount of land. No, that is incorrect, ladies and gentlemen. There's so much land in America. It's ridiculous. All right. You can always build more. All right. Keep that in mind. All right. Let's see what else we got going on tonight. Let's go. Yes, in the United States. So hopefully that helped you out, Smart Skills. Well, Powell testified in front of Congress and said the numbers weren't real and he believed inflation was higher than 5.9. Of course, finally, they're starting to tell the truth. They have no reason not to at this point. They lied for the last 6 months. You know why? So they can keep the markets, keep them going up, inflated. Now that they're starting to have to tell the truth, because you know why? Later this year, they should start doing their interest increase. Even though they said they weren't going to do anything in 2021, they're just setting it up for 3 to 4 months. When they have their Fed meeting at the end of the year, they're going to put in an interest rate increase. That is what's going to happen. And that's when things are really going to get crazy. And that's where the people who have the duffel bag of cash, who has that extra income coming in, who has sold some of their assets, the profitable assets, and have that duffel bag of cash ready, will be able to pounce. We'll be able to take advantage. And the rich will get richer. That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. That's how capitalism works. So long as you guys understand what's going on, you can be in the game. And you have different ways, just like the lots we're talking about. You can get in the lots, no credit check, no qualifying. And as long as you pick a lot that you know, for instance, let's go back. I like this real estate talk because there's certain things that happen. If you know, for instance, I'll just use San Bernardino. I don't know it that well. But let's just say, you went down to the city planning department. You found out they're going to put a mall somewhere in San Bernardino about 5 miles outside of the city in about 4 years, right? So now you're looking at the lots out there and you're going, wait a minute, there's going to be a mall out here. My lot's only going to be maybe a mile away from where they're going to put in this retail location, or even 2 miles. Now you have a reason to purchase this, but you're going to have to wait for 4 or 5 years because that's when they're going to build it out. But you're so far ahead of the curve. When it comes out there, you bought the lot for 24 grand, an acre or two. But now that acre or two can be split up because now people want to build homes, or that acre or two could be turned into a commercial property. So you have plenty of options at that point. And that's how the rich keep getting richer. All right. So anyhow, that's why he testified, because it's a setup, ladies and gentlemen, except everybody here in SSN Nation, it's no setup for us. We've been talking inflation for the last 2 years. And this year we've been talking about it and what to do about it. Wilson Koo, they ain't got no game but raise the rates. Banks won't be taking a bath, but the OCs will. That's exactly right. And in case anybody's new here and don't understand, OCs as ordinary citizens, that's us, ladies and gentlemen. The OCs will be taking the bath. You know who's getting bailed out. It won't be you. The banks, if anything happens, they'll be the first ones. They're always the first ones. Driven Fortitude agrees. Yep. Hey, boss and SSN fam, I'm late, but she ready. Vanessa Comagate, welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it, with the icon next to your name as well, being a member of the channel. Thank you so much for the support. And don't worry, I was actually a little bit late, so I apologize once again to everybody. I had to start about 5 minutes late due to my computer needed a restart, and it was started around 10 minutes before the live stream, so therefore it wasn't back up. Took 15 minutes. All right, please send me that land link. I have a project for that. It's discount lots. So I'll put it in the chat room. Discountlots.com. Wilson Koo, you've been talking a lot of smack about this funding, man. I have a project. Let me know, man. Talk about this project. Let me know what you're talking about with land. All right. Let's see here. It looks like I have something else popping up on my screen, so I might have to leave that up there. All right. Yeah, that's what happens. See more. No, I don't want to see more. All right. Let's go. Super, super rich. I know this is off topic, but I would love to know if I could create an LLC for a gig job such as Uber, DoorDash. Yes. Yes. The answer is yes. What's going on here? I have stuff popping up all over the place with this restart. But anyhow, the answer is yes, yes, and yes with the LLC. So remember, when you get your LLC, you're also going to get your EIN number. So you operate as a business under your EIN number, and you can then be either a single member LLC that passes through to your 1040, or if you're going to make $40,000 a year or more, then you make yourself an S Corp, which now means you're going to be an employee of your corporation. So if you're doing the Uber, the DoorDash, or any other business, and you're sitting there, you then get a W-2 yourself. So your LLC will write you a W-2 if you change it into an S Corp. All right, just keep that in mind, because an LLC in itself, if you make $40,000 profit, let's say, then you're going to have to pay 15.3% on self-employment tax, and you're still going to have to pay even more on federal tax as well. So that's why you do an S Corp, because then you can make that same profit of $40,000, and then you can say you made in wages or salary, the company paid you $16,000, let's say, and only the $16,000 is going to be subject to payroll tax, and now the other portion you don't have to pay the 15.3 on. So that's how you bypass having to pay $6,000 or $7,000 in taxes versus $1,500. You see what I'm saying? So yes, LLC, get your EIN number. It's that simple. And from that point on, your company, your LLC, is actually the Uber driver, the DoorDash, the whoever you want it to be, quite frankly. So not off topic around here, super, super rich. Everything that has to do with making money, creating wealth is on topic. So Just because we're talking about real estate does not matter. We can switch it up. You know how we do this around here. This is SSN Nation, because there's always more than one way to do something. And because most OCs, we don't think of things like we have 5 things going on. We have 7, 8, 10 things. But that's how you have to start thinking right now. You start thinking this way. I like that. So we're not switching it up. This goes hand in hand. If you're an Uber driver, DoorDash, Lyft, anything, gig economy, you start your LLC. So we switch it up. So if I want to get in a real estate and I want to have my real estate hold LLCs, my LLC hold the real estate, then I'm going to have a real LLC for real estate. See, it all goes hand in hand. We're making money. It doesn't matter. We have entities. We make money. That's how we do it. All right, Victor Marrero, industrials, energy, materials, financial sectors, modestly up to date. Everything else, oh, well, like the song says, and another one bites the dust. It was a bloodbath. Just stay the course. That's how we got to do it, because you guys know when it comes to the stock market, you got choices. Here's your choices. If the stock goes down, you have a choice to buy more. You also have a choice, if you already have profits, to start taking out your profits. Members of the channel with the icon next to their name, I sent them a message under the community tab today. So today, after Janet Yellen and all those guys said what they said this past 2 or 3 days, I said, you know what? I guess it's time to take those profits. Well, luckily, I have a lot of profits that were over 100% to 600, 650% today. So I said, you know what? Why am I sitting here waiting around? I've already lost probably just a simple thing, like on the 580, 600%. At one time, it was at 800%, but I waited. I should have probably sold when that, because I was being greedy, of course. But I said, you know what? What am I being greedy for? I'll take the 100%, the 300, the 500, the 600. I guess it's a good day to sell. So that's what I did today. All right, on a lot of stocks. And the members of the channel under the community tab, they find out which stocks I actually sold today. All right, so that's how we do it. And that's what is actually going on. So there are some stocks that you can buy, but I would venture to say you might want to stay the course with the future. So what I mean by the future, and gold, silver, and precious metals will come into play sooner or later. Right now, they're still cheap, whether they're physical or whether they're ETFs. ETFs, I got a dividend check today from AUY, for instance. All right, AUY, that is a gold stock, Yamana Gold, miner stock. I got to cut a dividend check. So that's better than me just holding gold stock. I mean, a gold bar. Gold bar, I don't get dividends. I don't get anything. But at least these guys, the price of gold goes down, I still get dividend checks. And since I reinvest at the lower price. So that is sweet. You have gold, which is GOLD, which is the Barrick Gold ETF. That's right, GOLD. All right, is a gold ETF. That's the one that Warren Buffett bought at $27 late last year. It's down to around 21. Funny, even the guy that writes the playbook that everybody talks about for creating wealth in the stock market, he bought at 27. It's down to 21. What do you think he's doing? He's either A, buying more, or B, not doing anything at all. That's what you do, ladies and gentlemen. Stock market investing is long term. It's not short term. Just keep that in mind. All right. So, yeah, it was pretty bad. The last few days, actually. It's not just today. Diesel Mike's in the house with the icon next to his name. Thank you so much for being here. Good evening, Eric and SSN Nation. Lots of FUD going on. That's right, Diesel Mike. It's by design. It's by design. In fact, there's a reason why it's by design. Let me show you guys something. Check this out. I'm going to give you guys something else today to think about when we're talking about stocks. We're going to go to high interest. All right. I'm going to put something else on the screen. Let's go to the high interest joint. You guys, you got your pen pads and papers ready, right? All right. Keep those pen pads and papers ready in case you're new here, because you never know when gems are going to be dropped. All right. Hopefully you guys can see this screen. This is high interest. All right. Let's call it highshortinterest.com. In fact, since I don't have it in the description down below, let me do it like this. I'll put it in the chat room. There's the link so you guys can see this. Let me show you something. This is very interesting. Look at this percentage of short interest. Some of you have heard of Workhorse, and some of you may be going, how come Workhorse never seems to go up? Well, 34% is short interest. People might be going, how come Blink hasn't been going up? 33%, ladies and gentlemen. That's BLNK, in case people don't know. You can see it on the screen. Clover, remember Clover Health, seemingly doesn't want to move in the positive direction. That's because 27% of it is, guess what? Shorted. Are you guys seeing these numbers? Lordstown Motors, Clovis Oncology, MicroStrategy. A lot of you have these stocks. SENS, SENS, Ocugen. Look at that. Nikola. Look at that list, ladies and gentlemen. Over 20%. B&G Foods, when everybody and their grandma knows food prices are going up, but look at the shorts. 20% of their shares are shorted. You see this kind of thing, ladies and gentlemen? You're getting the picture. This is how they're keeping the OCs, the SSN Nation, from getting their just desserts. A lot of us have shares of these stocks, and without knowing what they're shorting, which now you guys know, highshortinterest.com, you can look it up for yourself. And therefore, you can determine if you should buy some more shares or just sit back and relax and wait and understand why the stock has been under pressure, right? That's why. All right? Everything's not what it appears, so they have to give the FUD, which Diesel Mike's talking about. That's why they're giving the FUD. This is what he was talking about. That's why we got to start talking about inflation. That's why we got to start talking about all this. Stock prices going down. You know who's winning? The hedge funds, the Citadels of the world, right? Because they're shorting the stocks. So now's the time for them to reap some of this money because they lost billions earlier this year. Now they're making their billions back. That's why Janet Yellen, that's why the Fed chairman is talking this crazy nonsense. What will happen when you get hit with 5% when you're used to pay less than 2%? That's right. Your leverage house just became the nail in your coffin if you outdone yourself. That's exactly right, Wilson Koo. That's what's going to be happening around here. Got to be careful, ladies and gentlemen. That's why super rich, yes, you can and have write-offs for your taxes, or you can do a DBA. But listen to Boss Harris. Hey, Vanessa Kamagate, you said exactly right. You can also get your EIN, but you got to have that EIN, all right? And you got to act like a business. But under your business, your LLC, you can do a DBA as your name. How about that? Super rich. So you have, like, let's call it ABC LLC. Then when you get your EIN, you can say your trade name is super rich. So now you're using your EIN, but it's super rich, or let's just say it's John Rich is your real name. You can do that as a DBA, John Rich, but you're using your EIN number. So a lot of people say, hey, think about artists, music artists, or a stage and screen, or a stage and screen. That is not their name. Their trade name is their name. Their real name is something else, but they have an LLC and then they put their trade name under. Business, ladies and gentlemen, you want to be a subsidiary of the Corporation of the United States. You get tax benefits than just having it under your name. So she's got it exactly right as well with the DBA. Think investors in modular homes, affordable housing with quality. There you go, Wilson Koo. There you go. You know those acres out there for 30 grand? Then you go to the city planning department. In fact, let me give you guys a little lesson here. Check this out. You guys know I have stories. So there's a place in California called Clear Lake, California. You guys have heard me tell you the story about I have lots there. And one of my lots had lake view. So at the time, they had this place called Canocti Harbor Lake and Resort, where they used to have an amphitheater there and concerts and things like that. So in Lake County, they had it where you had to have your garage when you build a house 20 by 20. If you want a 2-car garage, it had to be 20 in that configuration, 20 by 20. Well, because my house was literally 1 mile from the Canocti Harbor place, and it was going to be large. I never built the house though, but because it was large, my designs, I didn't even have it on paper, no blueprints, no designs, no nothing. Okay, just keep this in mind. This was all in my head, and I had it on a piece of paper. I called up the building, the permit, and I told them, hey, I'm building a house that I want to actually have a garage. Instead of your 20 by 20 configuration, I want to have a garage that's like 30 feet deep and 15 feet wide. And they were like, well, why do you want to have that? I said, because I want the guys, the artists, the superstars that are coming to this Canocti Harbor, they come up with their entourage, and they come up with their limos and their expensive vehicles. And therefore, I want them to be able to, if they come up in their limos or vans or whatever, I want them to be able to park in the garage so they can pull in the garage without having people seeing them and just go up to the house so nobody knows where they're staying. And so they approved it. And in fact, I believe it was up to, I think I got up to 37 feet, about 15 feet wide. And they allowed me to put a deck on top of it. Because now from the deck, that just added extra space for me. Now from my deck, I have lake view from the deck now. That had nothing to do with the lake view from inside the house. But before I did anything, I went down and they said, yes, we would approve it after I sent in the sketch. And after they even signed this thing saying, yes, we would approve it if you build this house that you're talking about. So before I did anything, I already knew what I increased the value of the property. And it didn't cost me a dime, a phone call and a fax. That's it. So when you're out there, just like what Wilson Koo's talking about, when you're out there buying lots and you find out and you figure out a way that you might be able to monetize something, right now you may have 2 acres. But before you do this, if you have a plan saying, well, you know what, I'm going to separate my acres or try to into 5 separate parcels, then you should be going down to the county and asking them before you even buy the property, hey, can this be zoned where I can break this into 4 pieces of property? And where's the water? Where's the electricity from my property? Those are the things you need to know, because you need water, sewer. You need to know where the electricity, water, and sewer is. Because if you don't know where it is, and that thing is, let's call it 1 mile away. Okay. In Clear Lake, for instance, you're being 1 mile away, you got problems, because it's like $10,000 for every like quarter mile. So it would cost you $40,000 just to get electricity to your lot. Never mind about the sewer and all that stuff. So that's why you have to be careful when you're buying lots, for instance. But it can be very lucrative, because now you know you're going to buy lots. Your first questions are going to be, okay, where's the water? Where's the sewer? Where's the electricity? And if they say, well, you know, it's like 2 miles over there, well, boo, even though you give me the lot for $5, we got problems. All right. Because I got to bring all these utilities to this lot in the middle of nowhere. Now, Wilson Koo might be able to fund you for something, but that's what I'm just saying. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the Real Estate Lessons 101. That's what we do here. Give you guys ideas, something to think about. And that's where this modular homes that he was talking about, affordable housing and quality, if you can get almost 3 acres and you can separate those into 0.025s, that's 4, that's 8, that's generally you could make your own subdivision. In fact, I had Willie Red on, who was a guest on Wednesday Night Live. If you guys missed that, I broke it off into a separate video because he was on for like almost over an hour. So I broke down our 3-hour video with him being on 1 hour. I released that video yesterday. We didn't even talk about, there's a project going on in San Bernardino that they were looking at also. We didn't even talk about that project. All right. So that gives you guys an idea. So this affordable housing, you could actually break down your parcels if the city allows you. It would be worth it at that point, because now you would say, okay, my 2 acres, I have like 16 lots, separate lots, 16 separate lots at homes that you can put on there, modular homes or something, make it worth 300, 400 grand, 16 times 400. You guys can start doing the numbers. So now you will be able to afford to bring the utilities down there and some sewer and all that. And now you can get people to prepay. And what you do is you just set up a booth, literally. I mean, put some flags out there showing like you have something for sale and say, this is where the lots are. Pick your lots out. You're going to have to give us $50,000 down. 16 times 50,000. All right, ladies and gentlemen, enough. You guys, I'm giving you some real estate 101. I used to do real estate. I don't really do it like that anymore. All right, but we're talking with Will. I might start getting back into it because now is the time. Real estate goes down. That's the time when you want to buy, ladies and gentlemen. Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, is in the house. Hello. He's got the icon next to his name. Once again, thank you so much for being here, Curtis Davis. And he's a member of the channel. Super, super rich. Thank y'all. Right on. Glad we could be of help. That's how we do it here. All right. Curtis Davis, Domo. Yes, Curtis Davis. Okay. Check it out. Check it out. Domo's not on the high short list, but Domo's on the winners list. That's a stock, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it all. $81. Let's go look at this. Let's go year over year. I'm going to pop this up. Let's go look at it. Oh, how can I forget? Hold on. How can I forget? 36 minutes in. I finally forgot again. Please smash the like button. Why? Because the YouTube gods suppress the SSN Nation's live streams and videos. So we got to let them know we're in the house and let other people know we're in the house, because we're like the only place who answers questions real time on live streams like nobody else. That's what we do here. All right. Check this out. Year over year, ladies and gentlemen. This is a stock that Mr. Financial has been talking about for over a year. So over a year means this is July to July. Never mind March, April, May, June of last year when he was saying, hey, Domo, Domo, Domo. Look at this, 143% on your money. Are you being greedy? I'm not being greedy. I sold a lot of stuff that I had 100% and up year over year. All right. And you guys, if you would have invested any time between March, April, May of last year, most of your stocks would be in the hundreds of percents, if not thousands. Some of you, if you had AMC or NEO, you would be over 1,000%. Okay. In 1 year. So anyhow, Mr. Financial was always about Domo. He's always and still about, I'll just tell you the other one. Twilio. All this last year, ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about, so you can actually see in real time. Last year, 57.8%. That's July to July. Never mind when it dropped even more in March, April, and May. All right. So I'll give you guys an idea. Look at this. Let's go back to March of 2020, or April. I'll go April. That's probably easier to find. Oh, this is the dip. I should have known. Look at this. It was $84 in March. At the end of March, it was $96, ladies and gentlemen. So look at this, 288%. Is it now the time to buy? Time to sell or buy more? Let me know what you guys think about this. But this is what we're talking about here. There's always something to do when the stock market goes up or down. Andreen Miller's in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream with the icon next to her name. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Hi, Eric, and SSN Academy. I love these names. SSN Academy, SSN University, Emerging Millionaires, and now SSN Lifestyle coming out. Right on. I like these names. I'm going to have to start using them. Thank you, Andreen Miller. Glad you're here once again. Fixed game by the hedges. Exactly, Curtis Davis. Once you guys understand what the game is, like I always say, then you can make a game plan and you can go through, under, around, over, and still make money. from their mistakes. They're not really smarter than you. They just have an advantage. But there's nothing that's equal. So whenever they do something, just like in chess, you can make a counter maneuver to offset what they're doing, which is what happened with AMC, GME, and a whole bunch of what they call meme stocks. The same thing when people found out about the short and the short interest, they said, okay, I'm just going to hold this. Sooner or later, you guys are going to have to buy it, and there's going to be a short squeeze. Same thing you can see on the short interest list. Okay, highshortinterest.com, right? You guys see 30-some%. That's insane. With BLNK, that's insane. Workhorse. This is crazy. Over 30% shorted. That's disgusting. Moses Tillman with the icon next to his name. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Good evening, SSN fam. And his tagline, let's get it. He's in the house. Thank you so much. Once again, I thank you for that icon. I have investors, the money people, and just need to find the land and zoning, and the rest is pure marketing. There you go, Wilson Koo. Wilson Koo's talking a good game, ladies and gentlemen. He's sounding like he's Mr. Funding. So again, you guys don't have any excuse. If you're trying to be in the real estate game, Wilson Koo is here every live stream saying he can get funding for you. He's even saying he can do funding for land. Okay, Wilson Koo, let's get down to business. Let's just use this simple scenario. Let's just go with what we were talking about earlier about discount lots. Let's say we found 2.83 acres of land in San Bernardino County. Let's say everything's equal because let's just say we have utilities coming there, the water, the sewer. And then I'm going to give you a caveat. Let's say we have the water, the sewer, but the electricity is a quarter of a mile away, and it's going to cost us $30,000 to get the electricity to the lot. Now, all I have is land, and then I bring you a proposal where I say, hey, the county already has said I can split this off into fours, and then I'm going to put on $300,000. Well, it's going to cost me $300,000 to build structures, whether it's a modular, whether it's a house. All right, $300,000 to build a 2,000 square foot house, let's call it. So I get 4 of these. So that means I need what? I need at least 1.2, right? Then I need the 30,000. So I need $1,230,000. How much funding can I get for that? But with all that said, now some of you might be saying this is a pipe dream. Let me give you guys a lesson here. Wilson Koo and a lender is going to come up with their number. Most of the time, they're going to say you need 20% down, 25% down, maybe more. For this illustration, you might need more. But let's just use it simple. They might say you need 25% down, which is a quarter, which means $310,000, let's say. All right? $310,000 and we can fund this for you. I have 4 spots, right? What's 310 divided by 4? 75 grand roughly? Let's call it 76 grand. Guess what just happened? I go out there, I put flags up, I go down and spend $500, get one of these things that says new development coming. Then I tell everybody, here's what we got going on. You can build a 2,000. I'm going to build a 2,000 to 3,000 square foot house. You got to give me $80,000 down or make it 100. Doesn't matter. But you got to give me 100. That's where the money's coming from. All right. There we go. That's an idea. Now, Wilson Koo's going to let me know what we going to need for this project or the modular people. Yeah, the modular, that 300,000 drops to 200,000 with the modular. He's got it right. All right. So there we go. I'm pretty sure he's going to put something in here. I have this plan and the players. See, this is what I'm saying. No barrier to entry, ladies and gentlemen. Now we just need to know what the credit check is, what the requirements are, right? Do we need credit? Do we need bank statements? Do we need 6 months worth of payments, reserves? What are we going to need to make this happen, right? Yeah, Willie has some good plans. Yes, he does. He's my man. Like I said, we've been doing this. Kazan 909, interesting. That's right. That's how we do it. That was a very, very, very good live stream with your friend Willie. I could relate to the personal drama you were talking about. I am at the tail end of my family drama. Good God, man. Hopefully it's coming the way you want, because anything can happen once you have the courts involved. And we're about to be in court probably in the next 2 weeks just for one thing, and probably 2 to 3 weeks for another thing, unfortunately. So I'm glad that it's coming to the tail end, and hopefully it's working out to a satisfaction for family members, because that's what matters. It hurts. It'd be easier if it was a stranger, right? Wilson Koo, I'm looking like under 400K, and down payments over the time of the building. Down needs to be 5%. Ladies and gentlemen, Wilson Koo, under 400K and down payments over the time of the building. Down needs to be 5%. Okay, Wilson Koo, $1.2 million. 10% is 120. 5% is only 60,000. Then are you saying you're going to stair step it to the 400K? So are you saying 6 months later you'll need, let's say, I don't know, another 50K, and then 6 months after that another 70K, then 6 months? Is that what you're saying over time? Or are you saying over time during the building process, meaning the building process can be 1 year, or, well, 1 year is usually where it's at, but let's say over 1 year, and you're saying, okay, Eric, you're going to do this, but then it turns into almost a construction type loan where you give us 1 year to 2 years. And then you say, okay, and then at the end of the 2 years or at the end of the 1 years, and the full 1.2 is due. That's more like a construction loan because you're going to refinance the property. I like that. 5% is all doable. Payments over time is doable. But how much time do you give people? 1 year, 2 years? Let me know. And if it's interest only. Sometimes stocks should just look at year to date before buying. Facebook, Domo, Cake, JCM. There you go. Again, you guys have your pen pads and pencils ready? Domo, Cake, JCM, Twilio. These are all good right now. In fact, since you're here tonight, most of you, I started the SSN Nation paper trading on Webull. Oh, Webull. Get your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull down below if you haven't already. So the paper trading I'm doing on there, every 2 weeks, I'm going to start doing, keeping track of investments that we've made. So it all started, just so you guys know, it's in real time. So I don't get to hedge. I don't get to use, like I invested in Blink and Neo and AMC, GME and Dave & Buster's and all that when they were all single digits. So I don't get to use none of that. June 28th, I started the paper trading. Every 2 weeks, I'm doing a video. So today, which will be in the next video, I added MGI, which is the MoneyGram. All right. I also added Twilio at today's prices, so we don't get any advantage, right? So this is just like a person who's watching the live stream who is investing right now in the last 2, 3, 4 weeks. So therefore, we don't get to say we have 100%, 300, 700, 1,000% of increase in value. We're dealing with the stock market that potentially could keep going down, down, and further, especially when they announce they're going to increase interest rates. All right. So now you have to use, you don't get to ride along and everybody be a stock guru. Now you're going to have to invest in companies that you're saying, okay, look at the bottom line. How much cash do they have? What are they investing in? What are they doing? You're going to have to pay a little bit more attention to the fundamentals. But we do know one thing: electric vehicles, 5G, food is going to cost more. Electricity is going to cost more. Banking is going to get a little better because they're going to be able to increase their interest rates. So people are going to be looking to put money somewhere, right? So these are the type of things that you have to think about to counteract what's going to happen. Gold, silver, precious metals, right? Whether it's an ETF or whether it's physical, you need to get those. So these are how we counteract them. So then a year from now, you're going to, those things I just mentioned, you're going to say, well, these are great. These went up 100%, 200, 300%. So it just depends on which type of area you want to be in the stock market or real estate or gold, silver, precious metals, crypto, right? That's what you got to do. So That's why I came up with the paper trading. They're playing the market and the people. Wilson Koo. That's exactly what the news does, the hedge funds and all them guys. They're using your emotions against you. So now the sky is falling. Nobody is going to be talking about investing in the stock market. Well, people still will, because that's what, like, for instance, we have a YouTube community where people talk about stocks all the time. But we're still going to talk about it because we have options here. I'm telling you, when this stuff starts going, it's not even rock bottom yet. It's going to get worse. So some of us are in a position, a lot of people at SSN Nation is in position, because when you buy things in single digits or just outside $10, $11, $12, and the stock went up to $50, $60, and now it went down to 25, you still have 100% plus on your money. So you're still winning. And so the question then becomes, are you going to buy at even the higher price, which means your dollar cost average actually goes up because you're buying at the higher price, or do you sell? Today, I made the decision myself. I said, you know what? I'm just going to keep all the profit, because if it goes down, I have my duffel bag of cash. So I don't even have to worry. So now it just keep dropping. I don't care at this point. I took my profits, and some I sold, and I still had some shares left over. So I did that as well. But I was like, let me take the bulk of my profits and start doing this. You don't want to, I have 70, 80% year over year. All right. In profits in my overall stock portfolio, which is insane. That means that's awesome. So why am I going to give up and drop from 80 to 50? Why are you going to do that? I said, no, it's time for me to off some of this stuff so I can take some of the profits. So those are the kind of things. So you don't let them play you, because now, just like Wilson Koo saying, when you have Janet Yellen, the Fed chair, and Jamie Dimon and the bankers coming out going, oh, yeah, well, we might have inflation. The stock market's going down. They're shorting the market. So that's all. They don't really care. Meanwhile, people who have their shares that were up at, you're up 100, 200, 300% is now dropping. And you're sitting there going, man, and you're thinking, should I hold? Well, no, you can sell. No problem. Stock market will go down. That's just the way capitalism works. There's always stocks that you can buy. Just keep that in mind. Regardless of the situation, whether the stock market goes down, there's stocks you can buy, or if it's going up, there's stocks you can buy. But take your profits. Just like Gino Chimiente says, Diesel Mike Fridays on SSN Nation should be nicknamed FUD Free Fridays. I like that as well. Hey, man, I got to start writing all the, hold on. Let me write some of this stuff down. All right. Where's my pen at? Hold on. I got to remember this. I like FUD Free Fridays. FUD. Uh-oh. Something happened here. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I got something. I hit something on my keyboard. So I got to get back. All right. FUD Free Fridays. Okay. I got to write this down. Okay. Andreen Miller, SSN Academy. All right. And then Mr. Financial, SSN University. I like all these. I'm going to have to start using them more often. All right. Appreciate that one. That moniker I like. FUD Free Fridays. We like that. All right. Yes. SSN University. You can start at 100. Go to 100,000 in returns, crypto, stocks, real estate, creative financing. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're talking about here. Wilson Koo, you're going to have to tell me something. What about bank statements? What about credit checks? What do you need to get somebody funded? If right now somebody could go out here and buy that 2.83 acres for $25,000, put $1 down and pay, I believe it was, in fact, let me go look. It was 700 and no, it was, oh wait, no, I don't have it. Hold on. It was in California. Hold on. In fact, let's go. You guys know how I like to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on screen, I think. So, because this is always learning, right? Always learning, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you do it. So you feel comfortable. This is not any rocket science. You don't need to even, as long as you can use a calculator and as long as you have an idea on what you want to do, nobody's stopping you, right? You guys have to realize this. Nobody's stopping you. So here we are. I'm back on the screen so you guys can see. Here it was right here. This is New Mexico. I'm going to use the one in Cali though, but this is in Mexico. 5 acres outside. Oh, Santa Fe even. 1,500 down, and this is crazy. 329 a month. Let's go to. I'm going to stick with California though, because that's where we started at. Here we are. Where was that 2 acres at? I don't know where the 2 acres are. I thought it was 2.83 acres. I don't see it now. That thing's gone. Somebody might have bought it. I don't see that 2.83 acres no longer. Let's see here. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Somebody snatch it? No, there's no. It's gone now. Somebody already put it in queue because it was only like $1 down and something crazy. Yeah, I don't even see the San Bernardino on here anymore. I don't know what happened, ladies and gentlemen, but it's definitely not on the map. That's interesting. Oh, maybe it wasn't for real? Let's go look. That's weird. Here we go, San Bernardino. So some more came up. These might be examples. Here goes 10 acres. Here we go. 2.53 acres, $414 a month, $1 down, 25 grand. Here goes 10 acres, ladies and gentlemen. It's zoned residential resource conservation. This other one is zoned A2. That means heavy agriculture. Now look, again, this is out in the middle of the desert. Here we go. This is 0.21, which is a city lot, single family residence. Wait. Okay, single family residence. I thought that they were going to say it was multifamily. Here goes 4. They got a Homestead Valley rural living. So they got rural living for 4 acres. So again, $1 down, $591 a month, and you're controlling real estate, ladies and gentlemen. And depending on what Wilson Coos says, you might be able to finance this thing. Again, I don't know if you need credit. I don't know what you're going to need, but there you go. There you go. All right. Let's see. 3.5 acres. Hold on. I skipped up. All right. Here we go. FUD-free Fridays. Yes, FUD-free Fridays. I have different investors for that game you were talking about, and you would have to do what Willie is doing. Yeah. Or what do you say? My private lenders will do this with a percentage of your margins. You're going to have to give me examples. Wilson Coos, $20K down for $400K project. Yeah, that's what he's saying. 5%. And then Eric and Wilson, I have 3.5 acres in Florida. I wanted to break it into RV slots. What do you think? I like that. But if you're going to do RV, you're going to have to consider. Andreen, do you have the electricity there? Do you have sewer on site? Because you're going to have to run the water, electricity. If you're going to have the RV pads, each is going to have its own electricity meter. Each going to have its own pad, a place to dump the waste. Comes out there to the actual pad itself would be helpful, and you would be doing good. 3.5 acres is a lot. And is there a reason for people to be in your area that you have the 3.5 acres? Do you have anything there like a river? Like, can you put a park, a playground, or a barbecue area, or a place that can have people outside seating and cooking and things of this nature? So there's a few things. And is it in a area, vacation type rental, or an area where the RV people would hang out? That's the question. How far from a major city? There's a few things. I will need to do this over email with you, but I need to check my private lenders who do this regularly. That's fine, Wilson Koo. I appreciate it. Yeah, send it to me. We can always move this to a Monday Night Live coming up. I would say credit, financial statements, cash reserve for real estate deal. Yeah, that's normal, Curtis Davis, but apparently that's not normal because Willie's doing one with no cash reserves, no financial statements, no credit. Wilson Koo's been talking about he could do almost the same deal with his private lenders. So normally you need all that, but apparently we're back to the era of 2006-07, where you could actually do things where you don't need any of it. But we'll all find out about that. Andreen, where's your Florida land? Exactly. I'm pretty sure other people want to know about it. Andreen Miller, you know we're starting the SSN Lifestyle. In SSN Lifestyle, the Founders Club, we're like the Shark Tank. So therefore, we could be investing in something if you're willing to give up some sort of investment options. So you might have people willing to go in with you on some of this. So yeah, let us know what city this is located in. You got that right. And what I would do is turn it to construction loan. Yep, that's it, Wilson Koo. Exactly. That's how we would do it. Curtis D, that is likely the minimum depending on credit and lenders. Yeah, that would be minimum, he's saying. Okay, well, we'll find out. JCM, I'm pretty sure he's already answered, right? I think he meant JP Morgan, quite frankly, but we'll see. SSN Stock Challenge, 1 million portfolio. Can we grow it by 20, 40, 80% per year to date? We will see. Great plan. That's right, Curtis Davis. The reason why I did it exactly for that. So people can understand, just like I always say, you cannot win them all. You're going to have failure. No matter what you do, your best laid plans could end up in failure. That just means you got a learning curve. You learn something new. That just means you can try again. Remember, millionaires, on average, failed 17 times before they became a millionaire. Average, okay? So you got plenty of failure to do, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody wins it all, no matter what it looks like. Athletes, 10, 12, 15 years of doing their craft. And then how many millions of failed athletes are there? Not everybody can be a superstar or be the best, all right? So the same thing goes with business. The same thing goes with any genre in life. There's going to be failure. The majority of people fail. That's just the way it is. It's those who brush themselves off and say, you know what? I got another idea. I learned from my previous mistakes. Let's do something different. Leah Dennis is in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. And I love it. Again, the icons next to the name, which means she's a member of the channel, or he. I don't know if Leah Dennis is a male or female. But thank you so much for being here once again in the SSN Nation Friday Night Live. Good evening, SSN fam. Great information as always. Thank you so much for that feedback and that compliment. Thank you. And everybody here is part of this feedback and part of this information. He's talking about JCOM. Yeah, okay. Victor, JCOM. Whoa, really? Are you serious? I did not know this. I did. Oh, yes. I did not know this. This is one to watch right here. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. Let me bring this up, ladies and gentlemen. Year over year, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. 146% year over year. Gotta love it. Last year, this time it was 56. Now it's 138 and still rising. All right. $1 billion 2019. Number of employees, 4,000. Let's call it 5,000. Founded December 1995. This is the wave of the future. And by the way, Curtis Davis, that reminds me, I got to add JCOM to it as well. Andrew Miller, have you got approval to break? And if so, have you looked at your services and cost to get in? Then I would pre-sell lots before even renting out, as the buyers of the spots can rent out. Wilson Koo, good advice there. I am not mad at you there. I'm not mad at you at all. Sell the pads, sell the lots, the slots. That way the owners themselves can worry about renting it out, and you have half of your slots you own, and the other half you already have pre-sold. I like that. Brilliant. They are shorting so they can buy up the key stocks and give the companies money. Exactly. That's why the FUD right now, ladies and gentlemen, they want you to sell your stocks. That's what they're trying to do at a loss. Panic sell. All right, here we go, Jonathan. XRP could shoot up to around $25 after the SEC gives them their slap on the wrist. Huddle. Hey, you're exactly right. I like that. In fact, if you're going to speculate, you have to speculate in crypto. Let's get this straight. because you can buy XRP right now. In fact, I don't even know what XRP is right now. Haven't even looked. It should be, what is it, $1? Let's go look and see. XRP. I wonder, are they still restricted on a lot of exchanges? All right, let's see. What do we got going on, ladies and gentlemen? No, I can't. Oh, it's not even $1. It's 58 cents. So, yeah, look, it's going down, 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 down. Back in the buy territory. There you go. So, it's speculation. Speaking of $25, is it worth $25 to have, 50 shares or 50 coins, I guess you would call it? Because then 50 times 25 is 1,000. So just think about it. Is it worth $10 investment, $50, $100? This is what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. It's up to you. Oh, and if you want your free $10 from Coinbase, down below is the link. Free $10 from Coinbase by using the SSN Nation link. And then, of course, we got to talk about Celsius Network. If you want to earn interest every day for hodling your crypto, then you're going to hold it at Celsius or Nexo. And every Monday, they give us a payout on our interest from the previous week. Gotta love it. Making money while we sleep either way. Diversify, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you do it. And if you know you're earning interest every day, why wouldn't you put it there? All righty, let's go. Yes, we are in Biden's stock market. There's going to be different stocks popping than Trump. Exactly. That's exactly right. Diesel Mike, what's going on is the old ant versus grasshopper adage. We see winter is coming. Metaphorically, that's right. That's exactly right. Winter is coming. Curtis Davis, yes, sir. JCOM has been on fire since November. The chart needs more room on the top right. That's right, Marrero. Exactly. Exactly. It's going to happen. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know. So with Wilson Koo, he's being specific. He's saying you need credit score, you need bank statements, and you are going to show that it is real and you have title, depending on the lenders. They will ask for other docs or co-sign if credit below 700. So there's going to be a barrier to entry with Wilson Koo on this particular type of property. All right. So you need credit score of 700 up, bank statements, which I don't know what the bank statement. I think that's going to be proof of funds more than likely. They want to make sure you have the whatever, the 10,000, the 50,000, the 100,000 down payment. And of course, you have right to do anything with the property. That's going to happen. Okay, so we have a little barrier to entry on this land deal. But it's okay. We have other options, ladies and gentlemen, because let me put it to you plain and simple. Let's just say we go around it. So we go and we put together a package. Like I'll use Andrew Miller, for instance. Andrew Miller owns 3.5 acres. That's a large swath of land. Let's say there's water, sewer, electricity, and we're going to have to put in the lots for the RV. And let's just say it's going to cost us $25,000 for each lot for the RV slots. But in 3.5 acres, we can have at least 50 RV slots, probably more. But let's just say we're going to keep it at 50 because we have something else going on. We're going to put in some other amenities, maybe a pool, maybe showers, maybe, whatever. So now I'm going to go see some other lenders that I'm going to say, hey, who's going to go in with me and put down however much? Let's just say this is going to cost us $500,000. So we need to find somebody who's going to give you $500,000. So now we got to put together a packet. We have to show that everything is reasonable, how we're going to make the money, and we will get somebody, if it comes out right, somebody's going to say, yeah, we'll take $500,000. We want, I'll use Will's numbers, 12% a year, $60,000. All right. A year, which means that's $5,000 a month. That's how much you're going to have to pay us, but we'll give you the 500, or we'll give you the 125. All right. 125 is another ball game, but let's just say somebody says, we'll give you the 500. We want $60,000 a year. At the end of 1 year, we want all our money back. And in the meantime, we want $5,000 a month. We will find somebody like that if the package says that we're going to be making like $200,000, $150,000, $120,000 a year, which would be doable in Florida, depending on where it is. Because if it's in North Florida, that changes things a little bit, in my opinion. Super, super rich. How can I invest in resorts in Florida, specifically Orange Lake? I've been going there since I was a child and want to know what to ask and what to look for when I go down there. Are you talking about Orlando, Orange Lake, the spot I own at with Holiday Inn Vacation Club? Well, if you really want to know, what you really want to do is you don't want to buy from Orange Lake directly. What you want to do is go to timesharenation.com. What you really want to do is you want to be able to get points, their point system, or a deeded week there that somebody's giving away. But if you're going to go deeded week, then you're going to have to either have a summer week or a week in like March. Those are the prime times I would recommend. And you should better get a 2-bedroom as well. Doesn't matter which village, whether it's north, east, west, or river, island, doesn't matter if that's what you're referring to. But I would not buy directly from the resort. You got to buy aftermarket. All right. Melanie Bonita, Miss 24 Streams of Income is in the house. She has the icon next to her name. And Miss 24 Streams of Income, you know she has the TikTok, the YouTube, the Amazon books. She sells books on Amazon, ladies and gentlemen. She has it all. You know 24 Streams of Income means she's on social media all over the place. So once again, thank you for being here, Miss 24 Streams of Income, otherwise known as Melanie Bonita. Charlie's in the house with the icon as well next to her name. Thank you so much for being here and being a member of the channel. Happy Friday to everyone. Thank you once again for being here. All right, the private lenders I know will partner with you and they will discuss the splits with you. Exactly, Wilson Koo. That's what I'm trying to say. Most of the private lenders, if you give them the right package, because if you missed that talk that Will had, this is the way it generally works when you start getting into numbers that make sense. When people figure out that they're like, this is almost a no-brainer, then they're going to say, wait. So if you can present to them where you can actually make like 120,000 profit, and you can give them their 60,000, and you know once you finish building this out in a year later, it's going to be worth more than that, because I can already tell you guys right now, if you can turn this into I'm just using this example. I'm not saying a $500,000 property can make $10,000 or $8,000 profit a month. But quite frankly, at 3.5 acres, she could have 50, 60 slots out there. When you start talking about $100 per slot, and we're talking weekly or monthly or however you want to break it down, and we can get $500, $600 a month from each space, it starts adding up, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to be doing quite well, okay? So it would not be inconceivable to get 120,000 profit, and these guys only want $60,000. And that means, to me, we 10 times everything. I'm going to tell you right now, if that was the case, that means the property done doubled in value. So we'd be able to refi and take money out. I mean, this is all like things we got to think about, but maybe Andrew Miller will tell us where it is so we can know what's going on. Here we go. I smashed the like button. Oh, yeah, we're 1 hour and 13 minutes in on the Friday Night Live. Please smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. And please click all notifications with the bell. Why? Because YouTube does not like to give even the members notifications when I upload videos or do live streams. But guess what? I want to thank a lot of you. A lot of people hit the notification bell over the last month. Instead of us only having 1,000 to 1,200 people with the full notification bells on, we have up to 2,000 now. That means a few more people are getting it out of the 12,000 plus subscribers. So we got to get this up to at least half of the subscribers are getting notifications when videos go out. So keep doing your thing, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate it. We're getting there. All right. Which lake? A lake was closed. So you mean a lake is close by, or are you saying a lake is close by, but it's now closed? So let us know. Where is it? Talk to us. North, south, east, west. What city? I am the middle connector that helps you line up your deal. That's right, Wilson Koo. You fund. You're a lender. Basically, the cash flow of commercial profit must exceed investor payment plus margin plus debt service fee. That's right, Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, laying it down. You guys have your pen, pads, and pencils ready? Pen, pad, pencil, paper. Gotta have it. That exactly is the thing right there. So here's the deal. I've had people contact me over the years, and they would say, hey, Eric, I found a duplex for $75,000, and it makes $3,000 a year profit. Do you think somebody would fund this for me? And I'm like, a lot of people aren't going to even think about it, because what are they going to get? 700, 10%, 12% is, nothing annually. They'd rather invest in something a little more than to deal with $7,000 a year or something of that nature, which is $700 a month. So just think of it that way. So even though somebody would do that, but again, how much of this property am I going to get to keep? So I'm only going to get to keep 37, let's call it 30, half, 50%. So 37.5, 30,000, 3,000 a month. Cool. 2,300 left over. Cool. Could be doable, but the odds of me finding somebody to finance that whole amount for me is pretty slim. All right, let's see what she's got to say here. Madison. I don't know where Madison, Florida is. Let's go see where this is. Let's go look. Madison, Florida. It's in Madison County. Okay. I don't know where Madison is. So I don't see a beach real quick. I don't see a beach. I see little lakes though. I see a golf course. I see a county complex. I've been all over Florida, but I see World Sports League. Okay, we have something, but okay, there's Highway 10. Oh, this is in Panhandle? This is in Panhandle. Oh, no, it's not. It's in between Lake City and Tallahassee. And it's in North Florida. Well, all I can say is, when you say close by a lake, how close? I don't see too many amenities here. So you're going to have to tell me why a person would hang out in Madison, in North Florida. Maybe and furthermore, Andreen, here goes a perfect example of why did you buy the property in the first place? What did you have in mind? So all I'm trying to say is, this is like when you invest in property, you have a reason why you buy property. And so most people should have that in mind before you enter into any agreements. You have to have the right details, and you need to know what you are planning. And if you do your homework, then you can get it done. Right, exactly. That's what we're getting at. All right, super rich, Ms. Melanie Bonita, how can I scale my ebook? I am creating a website for it now. How can I put it on all other platforms? I don't know if she's going to answer here, but I'm pretty sure you can upload your book to the platforms, because when you go to Amazon, you go to the bottom, and if you want to self-publish, there's a self-publish button at the bottom of Amazon, for instance. I'm sure there's other ways, but I'm not an author. She is, so she could help you out. So you might have to go to her. Actually, she does Clubhouse, so you can find her on Clubhouse. I don't know what time she does her show still, or if there's a set time, or you can find her YouTube channel, and or you can find her at a lot of places, everywhere, social media. So you can find out if she doesn't want to answer. Last July, they said Under Armour was dead. UA at 8, now it's 17. That's right, it's doubled in value. Exactly, Under Armour, even though they aren't on the short interest list, but they're being shorted because Under Armour is valued at more than even 17, in my opinion. Leah Dennis, hey, Wilson Koo, do you mind sharing your email address or website for loans? Thanks much. Okay, check this out. I think I have something here. Private chat. Let me see. Let me see if I can do something. He might be able to leave something. I don't know. Oh, I know what I got to do. Hold on a second. Yeah, Wilson Koo, you can put your link down in the chat room, maybe. I don't know if you can, but you can give it a try. If you can't, put user in timeout. No. If you can't, I was trying to do private chat, but I don't think I can. So, otherwise, you're going to, Leah Dennis, send me a message to Eric at stopstrugglingnow.com, and I'll send you Wilson Koo's email, or support at stopstrugglingnow.com. Either way, and I'll send you his email address. Moses Tillman, I think you never sent me an email for Wilson Koo's email address, but I think Wilson Koo was able to drop his link down below, and then I think I can approve it. I'm pretty sure. Leah Dennis. All right. All female. All right. Because I actually never knew. Now we know. All female. Exactly. All right. I think with crypto, the Fed and government are trying to shake out weak hands. Of course, they're not only shaking out weak hands, they're also getting in their claws into an entry point. So that's why they're doing it. That's why there's always going to be this FUD with crypto and information that it's destabilized, meaning, well, we don't know if it's going to be under government rule. We don't know if we're going to let it roll like it is. So they always keep it in limbo. So the price goes down. Inherited. Auntie Val, welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Inherited 10 acres in Opelika, Alabama, 16 minutes from Auburn University. Want to develop any ideas? That's like old farmland. That's also by Tuskegee, which is by Auburn. Yes, I'm a little familiar with that. Again, it used to be farmland. So let us know what your ideas are. Because as far as look, you know what's funny? Auburn University somehow has all these people that come there. And so they built new hotels in certain locations. So you're going to have to, in my opinion, you always look for reasons for putting something there that the community needs, right? That's what you have to think about. Now, I know it's not like the biggest city and all that, but there's things in every place where the community needs that is not being utilized or not being put in. And since you have 10 acres, that's a lot of acres. All right. That is a lot of acres. So you could use, like, I don't know if you can separate it into 1 acre each, but even 1 acre is a lot. So you start, if you can separate this like into a half acre or something and put something there, like, I'm not familiar with the area. I haven't been there in quite a few years, but I'll put something just off the top of my head that's bare land, right? Think about, you could have concerts on bare land, festival, right? I mean, seriously, not on the full even 10 acres. You could just use 1 acre and have it. Amphitheater, just bring something out. I mean, there's lots of things you can do, especially in rural areas. And especially when it comes to festivals, you can charge people an arm and a leg and they'll come out in the middle of nowhere. And being that you have 10 acres, you get to do things. You don't have the noise ordinances and things like that you can just roll it out there. You can have people, hey, this is our parking area. Now you have pay for parking in this area because you're close to the venue. You can have it where buses and Uber come drop people off. I'm just using that as an example. I don't know if that's what you'd want to do or be interested in. But just things like that when you have vacant land that you can do. Start it out, right? Leah Dennis, email Eric, because I don't know if I can put email here. Wilson Koo, try and put the email in. All right, I think I can allow it, because something came up the other night where I can show it or not. So just give it a shot. If it doesn't show up, then that's it. But yeah, Leah Dennis, hit me up, Eric at StopStrugglingNow.com or support at StopStrugglingNow.com, and we'll get you guys hooked up. All right, super rich. Since it won't allow me to share my email address here, please DM me on Instagram. There you go. There you go. Super rich. She'll have it. Oh, Charlie, I smashed the like button. Yes, she smashed the like button and made a donation this evening. Thank you so much, Charlie, for the $5 donation. I humbly appreciate it. You're already a member of the channel and give me some of that support as well. So I humbly appreciate you giving me the $5 donation. Thank you so much. Thank you, Leah Dennis. Okay, Wilson Koo, I understand. Okay, Ani Val, what is your zoning and what are the demographics and what are the needs for the people in the area? Wilson Koo said exactly right. Exactly. Zoning, I'm pretty sure it might be agricultural. I'm pretty sure. Curtis Davis, in most cases, people will give loan based off asset. 1 year performance, then LTV, loan or doc, line of credit. Exactly. That's exactly right. That's why once you control the property and get things up to wherever, from starting from scratch, you're in there. My private lenders will be doing what you say, and some are taking less than 12%. Yes, Wilson Koo. Exactly. That's the beauty of it. I know. Far cry from 14, 15, 16, 18% from people years past. Wilson Koo, Eric, if she put the package together, then we can help put her to lenders. That's correct. Now, notice he said put the package together. That's exactly what you need to do whenever you have this property that's vacant land, especially vacant land. That's even more imperative because vacant land is undeveloped. So if they can't see the vision from your package, then that just means you're going to have less and less people interested. You got to have a way to definitely show them that you can bring money in. Cannot be a guess. All right, Wilson Koo, Auntie Val, as I understand, it's residential. Oh, and an opportunity zone. Young families, new home development nearby, thinking about sale to a home developer, install manufactured homes. Oh my God, Auntie Val, your inheritance was potentially a gold mine. So yeah, 10 acres is still a lot. I don't know why developers would need all 10. Maybe they need a few. And then you do the other development using the developer's money. How about that? You have options, Auntie Val. Great to hear this. Great to hear this. Yeah, long as you know the developer, does he want all 10 acres or does he just want some of the acres? Because if you're able to retain some of those, then you automatically have a value. Because if a developer says, you can tell him, I'll give you 5. Now, when he develops his, that means your other 5 acres have increased in value based on what they built. So now you can actually borrow against. In fact, Wilson Koo, she actually has a unique thing. She can actually, since she has 10 acres, the 10 acres could be worth, I don't know what they are in Alabama, but I'll just give you an example, Auntie Val. Let's say your acreage is worth $100,000. That also means that you can use that against the loan. So if you need to build like manufactured homes and things like that, you can get a construction loan based on the value of your land. So you can actually get things started by using your land with no money out of your pocket, just so you know. And if you're in California, there's a guy, well, you have to be in Northern California, bradevans.com. For everybody who has land, he will give you loans of 100%. It turns into a construction loan. And a construction loan means you only get a certain amount up front. That generally means so you can build a foundation. Then they cut you off another check when you put up the walls, give you another, things like that in progression. And then once it's built, then you refi it to a conventional loan. Auntie Val, you can do the same thing. All right. So you're in a better position than most. Silverman Fox is in the house with the icon next to the name. Thank you so much for being here. And I appreciate it so much. Hello. And please, hour and 30 minutes in, please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell for all notifications. Richard Allen is in the house. What's up, Eric B and SSN Nation? Thank you so much for being here once again, Richard Allen. Nice to see you here on the SSN Nation Friday Night Live. All right, Eric, so you're saying somebody will give you the $500K as long as you can pay the interest for 1 year. In the interim of the year, find buyers with down payment and go back to bank, formalize loan. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Hey, there's more than one way to skin cats around here. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The reason why is because our package is going to show them what we're doing. And then our package is also going to show them why it's feasible. And it's also going to show why they're giving the money. And you might even put in the package, I don't even need the 500. How about that? This is what I actually need right now. And then you give me the other based on our completion of this. I mean, there's ways you can restructure this. Just remember, you're creating whatever you want to create. It's up to somebody else that says, yes, I agree with you and here's some money. So, but you have to make it appealing. You just can't make up, like in crayons, you got to come with the right stuff. But yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You have so many options. It's ridiculous. Auntie Val, get my contact info from Eric and we can three-way with Eric and get you a plan. All right. Auntie Val, hit me up, Eric at stopstrugglingnow.com or support at stopstrugglingnow.com. And everybody who has real estate, who's thinking about doing investments, you got to start. If you figure out a plan, start writing it down, what you think you might want to do. Then you figure out how you're going to monetize it. Then that's how it all starts. Then you figure out how much it's going to cost for you to monetize it. So once you start figuring that out, now keep in mind, everybody who's here, we are going to start SSN Lifestyle. Being part of the Founders Club and being part of a member of SSN Lifestyle, somebody could come to us and say, hey, I want to do this investment. So you're going to be on screen potentially or sending us what your plans are. And then we sit here and you present. We might like something. Somebody might say, hey, okay, we're going to put in the money. And of course, it's like Shark Tank. We're going to want a percentage, equity. We're going to want something, right? You don't get money for free. You don't get investors for free. So therefore, there might be options for you. And then, of course, Wilson Koo could be part of it. We could have some other people part of it. And so now you're going to be able to get funding, which holds up everybody's program. Everybody can find real estate. It's just that when you try to do something with real estate, you can't get the funding for it generally. So just keep all this in mind, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, all right, for everybody, we have a few people who haven't been here in a while. Let me roll the SSN Lifestyle tape. Shall we roll the tape so you guys can get it? Because it's almost going to be official where I can actually put out the PayPal link so we can start signing up the Founders Club. All right, so it's going to be, I thought I would have it today, but it's not today. So it looks like it might be Monday or Tuesday, but either way, we'll make it happen. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the SSN Lifestyle that's coming out where there's membership. It's a club where you're going to be able to stay at Orange Lake. That's right. Orange Lake in Orlando is a timeshare condo hotel property. 2 bedrooms, 1 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms are even there. But that's not the only place. There's also a 3-bedroom at Westgate Lakes, Westgate Town Center. And there's other things. Sheraton, Sheraton, Orlando. There's 2 Sheraton properties in Orlando by, what is that, Universal? But anyhow, let's go with the SSN Lifestyle. If you guys have any feedback, let me know. I've shown people this before, but let's go right now. Check it out. SSN Lifestyle. Do you want to travel and see the world? Stay in luxurious accommodations. Have peace of mind and relaxation. The financial freedom to enjoy the life you deserve? Well, welcome to the SSN Lifestyle. Your financial health will create your wealth. We're here to help you drive to your destination of greatness. And we have the start button. If you are willing to learn, put in the work, and help others achieve their goals and dreams, then please join us for a better future and welcome to the SSN Lifestyle. We will help you create happiness and freedom to enjoy life. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you thought about that, but that's the SSN Lifestyle coming up, and we have more. Something else I'm going to add. I didn't mention something before. You know, the Founders Club is going to come out. There's going to be a Founders Club pool. What that means is some percentages of the profit, I'm not going to give an exact percentage, but there's going to be something where people are actually going to be able to get some checks every 3 months. All right? Just as a bonus for being a founder. Now, some of you might be saying by now, what's happening with the Founders Club? I want to know about this. All right, here we go. All right, yes. So we're back to that. Send the contact info. This is great. At Curtis Davis, if he is, this is great. That's correct. It's going to go down, ladies and gentlemen. It's not that hard. A lot of people get confused because let's just face facts. We have two people here tonight. Andreen Miller, Auntie Val, who actually has acres. Auntie Val has already had a developer come see her. And I don't know what the developer's offer is, but the developer might be making her a fair offer based on the terrain right now. But the developer gets to develop the property and make more, which is fine. But she might be able to develop half or all or portion of it as well. She might not have to give up all 10 acres. Or she might just say, you know what? Forget the developer. He's not giving me enough. I'll do something myself. Most people don't realize that they could actually do it themselves. And that the barriers, there are barriers, but sometimes if you have the right vision, you might find somebody who just walks in and says, I'll give you the full amount because I agree with your vision. And most people don't know anybody that would walk in and give them $500,000, right? So guess what? You guys saw the video with Will. He knows people. I know people. We can make it happen if you want. So all I'm saying is that's why we have to start getting into the next level, especially when we're in this FUD, especially when the government's sitting here telling you there's going to be inflation, especially when interest rates are going to increase, especially when the cost of living is going to increase. And if you can get funding for a project and get in on some of this inflationary money that you could receive by building something, your asset's going to go up in value a lot faster. All right? Just keep that in mind. All right. Wilson Koo, that sounds great. I will do that. Thank you so much, Auntie Val. Right on, Auntie Val. I'm glad you were here tonight because this could be awesome for you all the way around. You're already winning because you got it inherited. Now you have a developer that also kicked in. Now you're finding out you may have other options where you could get funding for yourself. Both my dad bought it because of the lake, but I believe someone bought the lake behind our land. It is in Madison. Okay. Somebody bought the lake. That's interesting. The county actually sold the lake. Okay, Andreen Miller, you're going to have to expand upon this. This is getting interesting. How far is this lake from your land? And can anybody use the lake? That's weird. So the county didn't make it a public area? So let us know. Anything can happen in Florida. Let us know how big this lake is, and can people actually go out there and boat and jet ski? Is it big enough for that? I mean, people fishing. Is there like a place to launch boats? I mean, what type of lake is this? How big is it? And how far is it from your 3.5 acres? That's the key right there. North Florida. All right, we already got the Madison, North Florida, halfway between Lake City. And I used to have a lot in Lake City. But they never wanted to do anything. It's basically mobile homes. Eric, so are you saying real estate investors speak in the profit margins language of minimum 10, 20 to do it? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. Not really the profit margins. What they'll say is, I don't want to invest because it's not a certain value to me. So that's the thing. Sometimes a deal may not be big enough, just like some deals may be too big, which is what Willie was talking about the other night when he said the same guy that funded the Super 8, he also agreed to fund the Diamond Head property fully. So who knew a guy funding $5 million in one deal was going to fund another $5 million deal? Who knew that, right? So you just never know. Auntie Val, yes, I like to do a deal there. That's right. Curtis Davis knows about Alabama. Charlie, Auntie Val, consider a DG. Right on. Opelika, 5 to 10 minutes from Auburn. Okay, thanks, Leah Dennis. Eric, good idea for concert venue. Yeah, because that keeps your land is just, hey, you still have the land, you still get to charge people, and it ends up where you get to make tens of thousands of dollars, and then it's bye-bye, see you later. That's all I'm saying. It's a cool little thing when you have 10 acres. My friends are vetted by DG for half an acre, and they sold it for $250K. Charlie, there we go. Where's their half an acre? Is this like 250? So how far is it in a city? Is it in Cali? Where is it? Because half an acre, I don't know where a half an acre at 250 could be anywhere. But that's awesome. Auburn University, 10 minutes away from Opelika. All right, at Wilson Coup. Yeah, Auburn. Auntie Val, renting out farmland for a portion of the cash crop profits. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. This can keep going, quite frankly. The woman has a ton of options because she's not, even though she's in a rural area, she's not far from civilization. There is civilization. So she has a reason. If a home developer has come to her, then that means there's some others planning. Go down to the city planning department and go look and see what they're doing. Because I guarantee you that means there's probably some other things going on that they plan on putting in your area. And that may change your mind on what you want to do with the property. But 10 acres is still huge, no matter what. But she has many, many different options in her location. It's quite phenomenal. It's awesome. Eric, so are you saying land by all basics is worth 100,000 and you build on it makes it worth 1 million as complete parts? It depends. Like, for instance, let's use Auntie Val's. She has 10 acres. She inherited the 10 acres, so we don't know what the worth is, but 10 acres is a lot. I mean, that is huge. So I can't even imagine how many homes you could build on there. Like a home developer might be able to put like 100 homes on there. I mean, I don't know, but it's up there, maybe 60, 70. But nonetheless, you start doing 60, 70 homes times $200,000. You can start doing the numbers. That's over $1 million. So that's all I'm trying to say. And by derivatives, the home developer, he could say, I'm going to do 60 homes at 200 grand. That 1.2, make it into a derivative. Somebody will buy his paper for $600,000-$700,000. So all I'm saying, yeah, you can turn it into like $1 million easily. And I'm just using 200 grand. I'm assuming it's Alabama, so 200,000 should be normal in that area, maybe 150. But a new home probably costs more than 200 grand due to inflation. You know how it goes. I'm learning and loving this knowledge. SSN University, FYI, I sent you an email on a building. Right on, Vanessa Comegate. Thank you so much for that feedback and compliments. And thank you so much, everybody else who's chiming in, helping out with the financial information and financial knowledge and financial literacy. That's what we're doing here, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're new here, we can talk about anything. It doesn't have to be about real estate. It doesn't have to be about stocks or crypto or gold, silver, precious metals. or it can be anything you want to talk about. We can discuss, because as you can see, we have lots of members here in the SSN Nation here in the chat room that can help out and have knowledge. This is awesome, but I look forward to that. I'll check it out. Driven Fortitude says a yes. Roll the tape. Exactly. Exactly. In residential homes neighborhood, you get loan for phase 1 for X. Then upon 79% completion, the bank gives you X for the second phase. Then that's pretty much it, like a construction loan type thing. It's in stone, complete, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 as you go along. And that's why people put their model homes up first. See, think about it like this, Curtis Davis. The same plan that I use is what model homes do. They buy the land. They put up 3 model homes. They have people come in, pick their lots out. People put down their 10% or whatever for their lots. Then they take that's a contract. Now they go show the bank, hey, I have 20 lots sold here. Now, are you ready to give me my money so we can start building? So it goes along that line. I simplified it, but that's pretty much how it goes. Auntie Val, you may be the person I can work with for my project. What is the average price for homes in that area? I am looking for a place to do an affordable housing project using modular homes. Yeah, well, if you're doing that, Wilson Koo, there's a ton of places in the South. It all depends on how much the modular homes are going to cost and what's square footage they are. Because think about it, there's only in some locations a modular home. And think about this also, Wilson Koo. You're in Canada, just like when I'm in California, there's some things that are foreign to me. When the wind kicks up past 70, 80, 90, 100 miles per hour, I would be the one that would build a wooden house in the South. Then after you live here and a hurricane rolls through, then you're like, oh, I never even thought about building a concrete house. So these are the kind of things you got to think about when you're talking about modular homes. They have to be well fortified when you're in this Alabama, Florida, Gulf Coast region, Texas, all that. And water, it rains, humidity. So structures are a little bit different than they would be in Canada, even though Canada has snow. So it's kind of similar type, terrain and weather. 10 acres is a big spread, and I can see opportunities for that. 10 acres is a lot. It is really a lot. I mean, 1 acre is bigger than people think, let alone 10. 10 is pretty crazy. 10 is awesome. That's crazy. Yes, I believe housing is needed here. It has been our plan, me and my brother, to put housing there. Okay, Auntie Val, if you're going to put housing, then you have no problem. No, that's why, like I said, if a developer came to you, because he would have no problem either. The only problem he has is how much you want. That's his problem. Your problem is if you know a house can be built for $200,000. I don't know. Wilson Koo actually asked the question, what's the average home price there is going to matter. But if you build a house there and you have 10 acres, you can get a construction loan based off the value of your 10 acres. You might not even have to put any money down. I mean, you're putting up your 10 acres as a collateral. That's basically what it is. So, but 10 acres might be worth, I don't know how much it's worth. Could be worth $200,000. But $20,000 an acre, that would be reasonable. 10,000 an acre, that's reasonable. I don't know in Alabama how much land costs. But all I'm saying is you would have $100,000 to $200,000 and you'd be able to get a construction loan to at least start one house. So the question is, how far is the water, sewer, and electricity? And 10 acres, is it landlocked? Is it on a road? All this kind of thing matters because you're going to need an easement if it's landlocked. And an easement, in case people don't know, is think about when they, let's say somebody has a lot and they want to build a house in the front and they're saying, I want to build a house in the back. Now you have to put an easement, meaning a driveway for the person in the back, and you're going to have to get approval from the county that easement can be there so the person can get to the back of the lot. That's what I'm referring to. So when you have 10 acres, is it landlocked, meaning there's land all the way around, or is there a road that goes through that's a county road, or is the road from somebody that owns the easement up front? So all these kind of things matter. But if you own 10 acres, you can probably get around it. That is true. Government is putting large amounts of money into the programs for business. Exactly. Ani Val has become a YouTube member, an SSN Nation member. Thank you so much, Ani Val. And now she has the icon next to her name. This is awesome. Thank you so much. I humbly appreciate you becoming a member of the channel. Thank you so much for your new support by being a member. R.A., welcome to the Friday Night Live. Send me the info. My wife and I want in. R.A., are you talking about SSN Lifestyle? I'm glad to hear it. That will be sweet. That hasn't come out yet. The email will be going out either Monday or Tuesday. I think I'm going to have the PayPal will be configured so people can sign up using their debit, credit cards, whatever you want to use to sign up. All right. So we're going to make it happen that way. No problem, R.A. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Everybody know. Oh, and by the way, please sign up for the newsletter down below in the description. The reason why you sign up for the newsletter is simply because YouTube does not like to give our videos out, does not like to share them that much, does not like to let members of the channel know when I upload a video. So please sign up for the newsletter. Everybody on the newsletter, you will be receiving the SSN Lifestyle information for that. All right. And by the way, at Curtis Davis, that makes it good for housing or rentals. Exactly. Exactly. And think about this, Ani Val. So when Auburn plays, whether it's they're in the SEC, so football is big time, basketball sometimes. But anyhow, football season, there's not that much availability. So that's why I do know they built the hotels, and there's still not enough hotels. So think about, you have all kind of options that you can do. I'm going to give you a story. Think about, I'm going to give you many stories, but I'll give you two. In Florida, they have what they call Daytona Bike Week, just like they have it in Panama City as well. Daytona Bike Week, there's people who have lots and who have an acre or two sitting around. You know what they do during Daytona Bike Week? They open up their lots and turn it into a parking area. So now people can park their trailers. People can park their bikes. People can park their RVs. People can park all kind of stuff on their lots, and they're charging people $10, $20, $30, $40 a day. That's one thing that people did with their lots and acres that they had in Daytona area. All right. If there's a Daytona 500, which in Auburn or in that area, I don't think they have the race. Well, wait, they do have the Talladega 500, right? I don't know how far that is from there. But anyhow, now when it comes to Daytona 500 for the car race or the Coke, again, here we go again. They're renting out their spots for people to park their RVs, their trailer, their car haulers, things like that they can't leave at the Daytona 500 racetrack, things like that. They're charging $50, $60, $70 a day. It's crazy. So land can be used multiple different ways where you can always have revenue coming in, and especially if there's events in your area. I don't know where the Talladega track is, but anyhow, just ideas. Just giving you tons of ideas that'll make you go, oh my God, too much info. All right. Hey, E, I'm not Auntie Val, but I want in. All right, R.A., you want in? No problem. And speaking of that, R.A., in case you don't know, I mentioned the SSN Lifestyle. Let me give you guys some things. First of all, if you're going to be a founder of the company, right? Founding members. Okay, I have in Dominican Republic, you guys know about the pre-construction condos, the no barrier to entry, no credit check, no qualifying. All you have to do is put 10% down, pay monthly for the next 20 to 30 months, 36 months, 0% interest, no credit check, no qualifying, no bank statements, no nothing, 0% interest. I'll repeat again. Once it's built, you're going to owe probably 60% or 50% loan to value. Then you can get a loan. Then we're going to rent it out. Okay. So any of the founders who come in, you're going to have a free week in 2020. Well, one of them might be done at the end of 2022, but I'm just going to say you have a free week in the condo. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's going to sleep 6 people. I have 2 units. You're going to pick one. Both of them have a terrace up top. All right. So not only do you have a unit, you're going to have there's a terrace up top. Each unit has 3 bathrooms. So there's 2 bathrooms in the unit and another unit. Both units have a bathroom on the terrace, a full bath. There's 3 full bathrooms in each unit. One of the units is actually 3.5 baths. All right. So anyhow, you get to stay there for a week. No additional charge. Everything's on the house. Now, the thing is with that, though, you're not going to be able to do Christmas, New Year's. You're not going to be able to do President's Week, and you're not going to be able to do, what am I missing? Thanksgiving week. But those are only going to be the blackouts. So therefore, you can actually stay in prime time, January, February, March, and all that. You can stay in prime time if you want. So there's only going to be, like I say, maybe 4 or 5 blackout dates. But you get a full week there. You're also going to get 3 nights, 4 days. So I can't remember who said they stay at Orange Lake, but 3 nights, 4 days, you can possibly stay at Orange Lake for free as well. There's going to be blackout dates on that because, again, in Orlando, there's blackout dates. Like July 4th weekend, not going to happen. President's Weekend, not going to happen. New Year's, Christmas, not going to happen. So, but again, you're going to have 3 nights, 4 days there. You're also going to be in on the Shark Tank. That gets you a member of the Shark Tank where you can be in the investors, first wave of investors. Everybody who ends up being a member of SSN Lifestyle once the Founders Club is booked up, we as founders, we get to have first dibs on anything. Like, for instance, what we had here tonight. Auntie Val says, what can I do with my property? And Andrea Miller says, I have 3.5 acres and I might want to do something. They can present what they want to do, just like to an investor in a bank, an investor that would invest in funding, and they can present to us, and then we can say we're in, we're out. As a group, as an individual, you can be in or out. And then as a group, we can say, hey, you guys want to work together and make it happen. We have first dibs. Members might say, well, we only want to contribute $30,000, so then put it out to the members. So whoever wants to join in to the funding for it, that's what members get to do. And you guys know what happens. Everybody who's in on that deal will share in the profits. That's how it works. So we got that going on. We're also going to have some other things going on. If you're a founder, by the way, you're going to have a $350 credit for boating, yacht. Well, I call it yacht, boat, whatever. You know how it costs you $100, $200 or $150, $100 an hour for boats. If you want to go out on a boat for 2 or 3 hours, there's going to be a $350 credit for that. And I'm probably forgetting some other things, but that's just starters. You guys will know all about when I send out an email on Monday or Tuesday. All right. Lots of love in Alabama. New homes are $240 to $300K due to proximity. There we go. So that's in the ballpark. She has 10 acres. Then she's, for Auntie Val or anybody in Alabama, apparently in that area, 240 is the number. I could see why a developer would come over. Because they're just like, okay, 0.25 is a decent size, well, kind of a city lot. But even if you gave everybody a third of an acre, right? So that's 3 houses for every acre. That's 30 houses. 30 houses, and Curtis Davis, you just put it in there, 240. I don't know what that is. 820,000. And all I need to do is put down paper and be able to put these in like a developer, put everything in as a third of an acre. That's a decent sized lot, right? And if the county and city let me do that, then we're rolling. Actually, I'm way off on the number because now that I'm thinking about it, that's 8 million. 30 homes is 8 million, not 820,000. I was like, wait a minute, 240 times 3 is 8. So wait a minute, that's okay, 720. So we're talking about 7 million, $8 million, 10 houses. And some homes we're going to obviously make 300 grand. So yeah, we're at $8 million. So there we have it. I think we don't have a problem. Now it just depends on how much it costs to build those $240,000, $300,000 homes. That's the question. Or a Send me the info. My wife and I want in. RA, thank you again. Appreciate it. I got you, RA. I got you. Glad to hear this. I'm glad that you liked the little promo because that's what's going down. I tried to put email, but don't think it comes in. No, it does. It didn't show up because I normally could have. It looks like after the live stream is over, then I'm allowed to show or hide it. I thought it would show up in here, but I guess it doesn't. Was originally 20 acres. Wow. My grandmother donated part of it to a local high school decades ago. Wow. That is awesome. Well, that's cool. She donated it. But it has been many years. I don't know all the details. I checked down there 2012, but some group bought the land behind for retreat. Oh, we live in New York and no one wants to go to Florida. My dad passed. Andrea Miller. Yeah, you're going to have to look into that a little more. Find out when you say land behind for retreat, are you saying that part of the lake, there's land, and because they bought the land, they get the lake? It was included with the lake. That I get. I thought you were saying they bought the lake itself, but now I know what you mean. In Florida, a lot of people do this retreat thing. They buy like 2 acres, 5 acres, 10 acres because there's a lake on the property, and then they control that whole 10 acres, and then they made a retreat out of it. I know somebody who came to my office looking for restaurant equipment, and he had like a 40-acre retreat somewhere in the middle of Florida. And he was just like, yeah, man, they had a lodge, they go hunting, they do all this stuff. And so, yeah, that's a thing down in Florida and Texas and Alabama. In fact, all the southern states and a lot of Midwest states, people who have acres, they turn them into retreats because they're able to build a home, and then they're able to build I would say like a home, but it's more like a home that has many rooms. So then they can have 10, 20 couples or 10, 20, 30 people come and do whatever they want for weekends or weeks, and they turn it into that. So you have, the sky's the limit, but the lake is very important in my opinion. Make sure if you can get use of that, that would be awesome. That would be a great advantage for you. You need amenities. That's what you always need. All right. Eric, I was saying to Auntie Val that she could sell half acre to Dollar General. I was giving her an idea. Hope it helps. And it's in North Carolina. Hope that clarifies what I was saying, Eric. North Carolina. Oh, not in Cali. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to say something. This is just for general purposes. Dollar General, Family Dollar, Dollar Tree. If you can avoid them being in your neighborhood, you do not want them in your neighborhood. The reason why you don't is because those locations are seen as a neighborhood that's in decline. So if you want a neighborhood that's not looked at as in decline, then you can't have those Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and all that kind of store. All right. I'm just saying that whether she wants to do it or not, that's fine. But I'm just letting you know from that point on, it sets a precedent in the area. All right. So they don't pick places where it's upscale. 9 times out of 10, 100 out of 101 times, they don't pick in those type of areas. Send me the info. My wife on in. All right. Oh, I went back up. I see. Okay. He tried to put the link in. Eric, there we go. North Carolina. That's where we're at. Okay. North Carolina, 200K. Not bad. I have modular homes that are priced in the 180 Canadian. 1,200 to 1,400 that has been built all over U.S. That's like 150. Is that like 150, 140 U.S.? That's reasonable. These modular homes, though, what type are they? Are they built with steel, or what's the deal with those? Because it does matter, especially when you get in the hurricane area. Auntie Val, you're welcome. Yeah, there's tons of ideas when you have 10 acres. Welcome, Auntie Val, and congrats on your land. Yes, exactly. Welcome once again. Thank you, Vanessa, for saying that. Yes, we lost Mom this past March. So now, as the oldest, I am settling the estate. We have control. We only lack funding. You won't lack funding for long, Auntie Val. You have options, many options. If the land is free and clear, You can actually fund almost everything yourself. All right. I'm just going to let you know. So Wilson Koo can help with it. Send us emails. Let us know. Whatever you decide, it's up to you. I mean, you could decide to sell to the developer if he's giving you a hell of a deal and not even want to deal with it. Thanks, everyone, for the welcome. Right on. Only that conversation, me with building out west, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, and parts of Cali, is the water shortage. It's gotten much worse over the years. Diesel Mike, there's exactly the thing. That's exactly one of the things. And it appears that people in the West seem to act like the water from the Colorado River is going to last forever. They just keep building. I don't get it. I agree with you on that. That's the worrisome thing. Hey, Eric, aside from all the talk, how are you doing? RA, I'm doing good, man. How have you been? I have asked because sometimes we get wrapped up in our own. Thank you so much, RA. Yeah, on the Wednesday Night Live, I was talking about I'm going through a little family matters, but it's just something that courts are going to have to deal with, talking about estates and things of that nature. But other than that, I'm always doing good, man. Health-wise, good. Eating good, good. Exercise, good. Can still wake up when I want, how I want, wherever I want, good. So I can't complain in reality, right? No matter how things go with the family members. Auntie Val, sorry about your loss and blessings. Exactly. Vanessa Comagate, thank you so much for that. Yes, sorry to hear that once again, Auntie Val. I live in Florida. I know about Daytona Bike Week, Tampa Bay, Miami, Jacksonville football season. Parking is king. There you go, Auntie Val. So therefore, you also know parking and places to stay around Auburn during the football games is key, and you might be able to take off some of that, get a little bit of that money. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. You've seen it firsthand. Thank you at Vanessa Comagate. Yes, we are. Right on. Yes, so true. When I was riding, we used to roll the Daytona Bike Week every year. Sometimes we pay $50 or more to park our bikes in some dude's yard. There you go, Victor Marrero. That's what I'm saying. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Yeah, speaking of riding, man, I don't know how you guys ride in Florida or Georgia or anywhere in the South. People are, the roads are weird. The people are just cut you off. I'm just like, it's like crazy. Really, really not safe. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, man, if I have to start hanging out in the Southeast, I was like, man, I got to bring my bike over here. But I'm like, I don't know if I want to ride my bike around here. It's crazy. Yes, DR all the way. I need info, boss. I want to buy. I got cash, but no assets. Oh, my goodness. Vanessa Comagate, it just depends on what you want to do. It's not even an issue. My favorite of, obviously, I talk about in DR, in case anybody doesn't know, is Dominican Republic. And everybody knows by now I talk about Vista Cana. I always talk about ConoRock because those two projects, to me, for the price, I think they're undervalued, although ConoRock's not going to be undervalued much longer. So anyhow, we're 2 hours in. Please smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. We're up to 2,000 people have clicked the notification bell, and apparently up to 2,000 people can now receive some videos when I upload. We used to only be at 1.2 thousand that they would send videos to. I just looked today. I was in shock. I said, does that really say 2K? I'm like, holy smokes, this is awesome. But back to DR, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why the DR is major is because if you're new here, Dominican Republic, real estate, you can get in with no credit check, no qualifying, no bank statements, no nothing. Put a down payment of 10%, or in the case of ConoRock, you might have to do 20%. But a lot of places is simply 10% down. The property's value from 50. You can buy property for $50,000 and up. Just depends on where it is. So now you can control assets and pay 0% interest while they're building your condo or your villa or your townhouse. And then at the end of 20 months to 30, 36 months, the value of the property usually has gone up. And so your loan to value, normally you pay 30% to 40% of the down payment. So you're going to have 60% loan to value or 70% loan to value. But the way the property values are going up, you're going to probably end up somewhere like 40% loan to value or less. And at 40% loan to value, we'll be able to get a loan from a lot of places. All right. Regardless of credit. You won't, now you're not going to be able to have a 500, but you're still not going to have a problem because you put almost 60% down. So you won't have a problem. So that's why we talk about Dominican Republic. That's why we talk about downtown Miami. That's why we talk about Cancun and Tulum. It just depends on where you want to start. Mexico, properties are 200, 300, 400,000. Most are in the 300,000 if you want to be in a nice place. That's the difference. In Punta Cana, you can still, for 100,000, you can still get in a nice place. That's the difference. You can buy 2 properties in DR, and you can buy 1 in like Playa del Carmen, Cancun, or Tulum. In Merida, you can get 2 because that's on the other coast, but it's not even on the Gulf Coast side. It's inland a little bit. So their properties cost just like Punta Cana or Dominican Republic properties. I'm looking for real estate for vacation rentals in Savannah, Georgia. That's a gorgeous place. Very big tourism, low cost of living. That's very right. Yeah, and Savannah, Georgia is a hidden spot. It's beautiful over there. Diesel Mike with the icon. Thank you. Yes, exactly. I know what you mean exactly, Diesel Mike. Land is free and clear. We have paid the property tax faithfully. Yeah, Auntie Val, it's time for you to monetize that property. Don't let it sit there. Even if you have to rope it off for parking, even if you have to create your own venue, do it. Right? Make it nice and simple. But that is awesome. Very awesome. You have options. And since it's free and clear, you can actually get a construction loan for your first house on your first whatever parcel you want to do or first Airbnb. Whatever you want, you can get funding for it because you can use your land as an asset. You could always borrow against your assets. Curtis Davis mentions it as well. Sorry for your loss. Thank you. Vanessa, you need to take a trip to the DR. You'll be amazed with the beauty of so many places there. It will be hard to walk away from some of those deals without pulling the trigger. Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Speaking of deals, we've talked about Vista Cana. We've talked about Cana Rock. We've also talked about Oceana, which is 149,000 is awesome. But the beauty of it is there's other places like the beach that I initially was going to buy there. That is also still on the table where they're up. Well, they've raised their prices, but they're still under 150 for even a 2-bedroom, 142 at the beach. Requires $14,000 down, but so their payment's going to be about $1,200 to $1,000 a month. But the thing is, the beach is not bad. It's downtown. We've also talked about the downtown properties, the REA residences. The REA residences is going to be major, but it's open air. It's downtown, so you're just getting downtown. It has the amenities like the pool and fitness and things like that, but it's just a small place. But it's downtown Punta Cana. There's so many options that I don't know what a person would do when you figure, okay, I just want to invest there. You have to have some idea in mind. If you're investing there to live there, then you're going to pick out a different property, in my opinion, than if you're going to invest to rent it out. And then if you're figuring I'm going to rent it out and live there for 2 or 3 months, you're going to probably pick the same type rentals things. And so no matter what you're going to do, if you're going to live somewhere, whether it's Mexico, whether it's in the United States, it doesn't matter. I think, in my opinion, the first thing that always comes up is, to me, what amenities are on the property? What amenities are around the property? Those are the first 2 things. And when people move into areas and want to buy, that's their first question. It's location, location, location. So those are the things that you have to think about when you're buying property. Me, I'm renting mine out. I need as many amenities as possible because I'm not on the beach. Even though being on the beach is not the end all be all. People will rent because you're by the beach or on the beach. And people will rent when you're not on the beach. It just depends on when you're not on the beach, what's there. And then also it twists around when somebody says I'm staying at the beach and all they have is a pool, Like when I went to the DR, I stayed on across the street from the beach. And all they had at the complex was a pool. No fitness center, no nothing else. It was just a condo with a pool. Walk out the gate, the beach was 25, 30 yards away. Perfect, right? But at the same time, if somebody would have told me I have the same price, but not only do we have the pool, but we also have the fitness center. Not only do we have the walking trails, we also have the golf course. We also have restaurants on site. All of a sudden it starts being like, well, I can go to the beach, but now I don't have all these other amenities. So it all depends on what you're trying to do. I'm trying to rent my properties out, so I need the amenities. Victor Marrero is going to be renting his out. That's why he picked a spot like Conner Rock, which has the amenities and the beach. He gets the best of both worlds. Plus, they have the casino and hotel on the property as well. So he gets all of that. And when they have concerts at the Hard Rock, he gets premium prices. So when they had, like we all know, they had Shakira there, he's saying that the rooms were going at the Hard Rock $1,500, $1,250, $1,500, $1,600 a night. Not a week, a night. At the time, they didn't have condos built. But can you imagine if they're charging $1,200, $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 for a studio unit? Those aren't suites, ladies and gentlemen. They're studio units. Search the channel for the Hard Rock Hotel video that I did. I actually stayed there, so I did a room shot on what the room has in it. Yes, it has a jacuzzi tub. Yes, you have unlimited drinks. Yes, it's all inclusive. $1,200 to $1,500 a night during Shakira. He has a 2-bedroom on the property. How much could he have charged for the 2-bedroom? $800, $700, $600? They don't get the all-inclusive part, but they're just going to the concert anyhow. Yes, they're going to eat at a restaurant or whatever on site, and they can have unlimited drinks and all that. But so what? I can go down to the store and go buy liquor and go buy food myself for less than $100 if I'm just going to be there 2, 3, 4 nights. Come on. So these are the kind of things. So he's in a perfect location where people are going to be renting his spot because they have concerts there, especially once the COVID situation comes out. There's also other festivals and things like that that's not on the Hard Rock property, but it's on other places closer to downtown, which hopefully helps me out at Vista Cana. And anybody else also helps me out at Primavera too, and anybody else also that's going to be in that area. And then when they have events downtown, that helps out all the downtown condo owners and villa owners and people who are right outside of downtown. So it's a good thing. So those are the kind of things. But yeah, she'll be pulling the trigger. Victor Marrero, I'm traveling to Mexico in 2 weeks, so I'm open to travel to the DR maybe end of the year. However, I don't want to wait too long. Vanessa Comagate, I'm going to explain something to you right now and everybody else listening about Dominican Republic real estate. Okay, here's what's going to happen. Let me give you guys the playbook because you guys know we're always ahead of the game. Here's what's going to happen. August 1st, they're having a sale. All right? So, yes, time does matter in this case. August 1st, there's going to be special sales going on for developments there. Why? We're talking about weather patterns. August, September, October. Weather patterns, not good. All right? So they know they better get in a lot of sales right now. And, of course, you guys know about derivatives. They have contracts, so that means they can go borrow money or do whatever they need to do once they have contracts. So once they do that, you can rest assured prices will go up at a lot of places. Why? Not only because they want to do it anyhow, but because they have every right to do it because the materials and the cost is going up. Just off of the material cost, the prices have to increase. How much are they going to increase? If you knew lumber has increased 50 to 100%, what does that tell you? Yes, they get discounts for buying in bulk. They've already bought the lumber from probably a while back and the concrete mix and all that. But the thing I'm trying to tell you is when there's inflation, prices go up. So this is why you can go over to Mexico, and maybe you might even like something in Mexico because they have the same pre-construction in Mexico. But all I'm saying is don't wait till the end of the year. If you have a way to get there just for 3 or 4 days, I would suggest you do that, and everybody else. If you plan on investing in Dominican Republic, I would suggest you do this within the next 30 to 60 days. Do not wait past that. Our properties have already went up in 6 months. Every property that I bought in the DR has went up in 6 months. Okay, so what's going to happen another 6 months from now? Victor Marrero's property, we were just talking about it in March, I believe. It was March or February when he said, hey, the property values are $329,000 to $349,000, $350,000 for a 2-bedroom. Well, last Friday, I believe it was, I actually showed you guys they're selling 1-bedrooms at his spot for $360,000 for a penthouse, $330,000, $340,000 for a 1-bedroom. So his 2-bedroom is no longer worth $329,000 to $349,000. His 2-bedroom, it should be worth $400,000 easily. If they're selling 1-bedrooms for $330,000 or $340,000. So that's all I'm trying to say. After August 1st, they're going to have another sale. After that, who knows what's going to happen? All I'm saying. So this is going to all come to a head, whether it's Mexico, whether it's downtown Miami, whether it's Punta Cana or Dominican Republic. It's happening. There are 2-month delays on passports and less expedited process. Class, I did mine in January. Exactly. Pay the, I don't even know how much it was, $60, $70 for normal. Expedite, $125, I think it used to be, something like that. Yeah, the best channel on YouTube, SSN Nation. Thank you so much, Wilson Koo. Thank you so much. That's because it's a no guru zone, man. I appreciate that. I am looking at 60 days max to drop on one. Exactly. That's about it, Wilson Koo. I think you got 60 days because they've already raised the prices. Like I said, you can't even buy the A2 unit that I have is $133 now. It was $123 7 months ago. It's now $130. Well, actually, I don't even know. It could be more now because they got the Equestrian Center in there with $800,000 properties, $1 million properties are going to be there. I don't know if it's still $133. They just took the A2 unit off of the Panorama Punta Cana website a month or 2 back. So I don't even know how they're selling these units because they're not even on the, I guess brokers are probably doing it. But yeah, I wouldn't wait past that. Time's an asset. Ability by today means 30 to 60K in equity in condo property. Exactly. Condos, villas, townhomes. Can you send me info on Cana Rock and others, or I will email you? I can buy August through September, no problem. Yeah, in fact, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. Vanessa Comegate, please send me an email. And what I'm going to do is I'll send you Mr. Estacios and Andrea Rodriguez. I'll send you their links. They're realtors in Punta Cana. They can tell you what's available, even though I can probably look it up myself. And if I can, I have the links where I can actually look up what's available and stuff like that. They kind enough gave me insider info. So, but either way, I'd rather you speak with them, let them know what you're looking for, and then go. They'll send you some options. All right. So if you said I want something by the beach, then they'll give you something by the beach. But just to give you a heads up, because I do this all the time, .info. So CanaRock.info. In fact, I'll put it in the chat room. So this way you can go browse and see what they got. And by the way, Cana Rock may be one of the companies that give like 10% off for like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All right. This is what happened like 3 months ago. So some people who bought a 1-bedroom at one of the Cana Rock properties, they got 1-bedrooms for $90,000 that they are now selling for $114,000, $117,000. Some people got them for 102. So they have instant like $20,000, $30,000 equity. It's incredible. But anyhow, in the chat room is Connor Rock. So you can actually go to the same website that I'm looking at right now. This is Connor Rock. I wish I knew how to navigate this thing better. I just don't like how they do this. Here's the one, the universe, where they had a set number of condos that you could have bought for 90. Yes, there was limited amounts, maybe 10, maybe 5, maybe 1, who knows. But the next ones up were 102. And now they're selling these for 117. It's crazy. Yeah, I just don't get how they do this. I don't get it. These guys mess with me on this. I always look for pictures, but they just don't do the renderings like I like it. I'm going to go to, let's go look. I'm going to show you guys something so you can see what we're talking about here. Here's some options. I don't know if they're going to show the price. We're just going to hope they are. Okay, they're not showing. Okay, they're not showing it. So here's the thing. This is block A, but there's a block C, D, and E. And block C, D, now they're doing quotes. So we're not going to be able to find the price. But here, this is where we went the other night in case people missed it. Again, we can talk about anything you guys want, but it's especially exciting when you can buy investments with 0% interest and no credit check and no qualifying. This is the beauty of it. And you have inflation going on. So that means real estate and any assets actually go up in value. So here we go. Let's see if this where we were. No. So I don't know where I saw those prices. Guess I'm not going to be able to find it. Let's go look and see. No, blocks. They're not showing any love. No prices for the Connor Rock properties. No prices. No prices. I already went to another page twice. Sorry, you guys. I can never find these guys' prices. I can never find them. I never can find them. All right. Hello, in Toronto, it would be when hell freezes over, then I can get deal. You got that right, Wilson Koo. The property prices over there is like LA. They're out of control. So there's the Connor Rock. Okay, boss, sounds good. Yep, I remember one resort was including furniture. That's right. That's the Connor Rock properties include furniture. There's several that includes furniture. Like, let me, in fact, I'll go to one. Here goes another one that I was originally going to go get. Vista Cana Towers. Now, I'm just using this. I'm pulling it up on the screen as we speak. There's no real website for them, I don't think. So I'm just going to go to Cana Blue. So, for instance, Vista Cana Towers, they include the furniture now, I think, or you had to pay $25,000 more. I can't remember. At Connor Rock Universe and Connor Rock Galaxies, the new ones, they're including the furniture. The downtown properties and also any properties by Mr. Estacio, they have exclusive rights to. They also include furniture. So downtown property that costs $110,000, they include furniture. Which now this costs $89,000 for a 1-bedroom here. That's all that's left. $1,000 to reserve. 30 days later, you got to put down the remaining 10%, which means another $8,000. They're saying they're not going to be done for 2022. So what's that? A year, 14 months that you're going to have to put down another 30%. But that just gives you an idea. REA Residence, I think that's it. Punta Cana. Oh, REA Suites and Residences, Punta Cana. I don't know if we're going to be able to see this. Oh, here we go. Noriega Group. They have it. I don't believe it. They have it on their website finally. There we go. So these guys include And the studio unit is 55, well, was 55 grand at REA. And REA is directly across from Coco Bongo. That is what's so special about this place. And I see I can't click on it. But they have their own mall downstairs. They have their interior parking. A studio is 55, 60 grand. A one bedroom is 110, I think it is. A two bedroom, I think, was 160, 179, something like that. They have their own City Walk, Art Pavilion, City Center. This place right here has potential. Let's just put it that way. I wish they had a better website than this, because this isn't good enough. This is not good enough. They're not showing, like, see, they're showing the Chanel and Ferragamo and all that. Who knows? They have the courtyard. It's open. And this is literally on the way, less than about 100. It's less than 100 yards to Coco Bongo, Hard Rock Hotel. So these are the type of options that you have. All right. So just giving you guys an idea. Rotating investments between stocks, crypto, pre-construction, condo, and DR Mexico gets you an unfair advantage to winning. That's correct. We're still going to win, ladies and gentlemen. Just like I said, what are you guys buying? Stock market, crypto, gold, silver, real estate. It doesn't matter. You have options, and you always take those options. And luckily for a lot of us, 20-some members of the Stop Struggling Now Nation bought pre-construction condo, villa, townhouse in DR. That just means everybody is gaining appreciation. So when Janet Yellen and all these guys are sitting there talking about, hey, you know, there might be some inflation, it might be here permanent, we're all going with a big smile on our face, because that just means we win. And everybody actually who has property gets to win. Whoever has real estate, even if you don't buy pre-construction, you still get to win. But I like to win it the pre-construction way, because we're putting our down payment is 0%. And then at the end of the rainbow, the property value went up without us even investing any additional funds. That's what I like about it. Unlike if you bought a home already, you're already putting money into the home. And so that money that you're putting in, so if somebody had a loan, you're still paying $500 a month or $1,000, or if you live in Cali, you're paying more than that, $2,000, $3,000 a month. So that money is actually you're paying out. So if you don't have revenue streams to help you pay out that money, then that's a liability. So now you're actually, for every amount of money you pay monthly, your house should go up that amount. That's the way I've always looked at it, right? So if I buy a house for $200,000 and I'm paying $500 a month, and at the end of the year, that's $6,000. At the end of the year, they go, hey, Eric, your house went up 3%. So now it's worth $203. But yet I just paid $6,000. So that's what people don't really think about when they're buying a house. And so when you think of things a little differently, you start going, well, wait a minute, do I want appreciation if I just bought the house and then I still get it to go up 50, 60, 100%? I like that better. A lot better. Like Victor Marrero is loving life right now. He has a $230,000 condo that's worth, in my estimation, minimum $400K right now. And it's still not even going to be built till next year, or finished next year. He's still got 1 year to go. Absolutely. That's how we do it. Last Tuesday, I was proud. I bought AUY up 5%, gold up 2%, PLG up 10%. Thanks, Eric. That's right, Curtis Davis. We got to keep talking about that gold, silver, precious metals, ladies and gentlemen. Get in while you can right now. Countries, banks, the IMF, International Monetary Fund, they're all buying precious metals. Who else is buying precious metals? The people that need them to put in cell phones, to put in laptops, to put on circuit boards. Come on. Come on. They're just making sure that the prices are down so people wouldn't take your money out the stock market and put it into the precious metals, because that used to be the norm. But because there's crypto now, and because there's NFTs and all this other stuff, money is being taken out of the stock market, but not necessarily being put into gold, silver, and precious metals like traditionally. So the hedge funds have been taking advantage of this to make sure the prices stay down. So yeah, we're in there. And yeah, he's going to be getting some dividends from AUY because I got some today. So it's beautiful. That is great playbook. Wilson Koo, there you go. That is the playbook. Emerging Millionaire playbook, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you do it. And time. Let's just say, for instance, you're 30 years old, 50, 60, 70. In this day and age, we have food, we have ways of taking care of yourself. Even if you're 70, you can still live another 20 years easily. All right? Think about it. 20 years is another lifetime. So, in fact, I was just talking with my dad today, and I was just like, you know what? The more I'm thinking about this properties that I bought in the DR, the more I'm thinking about like Marrero. I might want to get my residency. Because the more I'm thinking about that 85 to 90 degree weather, damn near 365 days a year, and you live in a resort. I mean, think about it. And you live where you can go fishing if you want at your own resort. You can go to a saltwater lake, or you can go to the saltwater ocean, or you can go golfing, or you can go horseback riding, or you can go, man, this stuff starts adding up. And it's all within 3 to 5 minutes of walking. This starts adding up. I'm like, wait a minute, maybe I would want to stay over there longer. I was like, maybe I will hang out over there. All we need is that Wi-Fi, right? We need that high-speed Wi-Fi. Get in while you fit in, Charlie. Couldn't have said it any better. And everybody, you can fit in right now. Let me give you an example. Let's say there's somebody right now that's sitting there going, hey, Eric, you know what? I do have $5,000. I'm able to afford $600 a month. But I don't have the full, I want one of those $100,000 properties where I need $10,000. Well, ladies and gentlemen, nothing is in stone. Okay? All real estate is negotiable. So, you could say, I have $5,000 down. They might say, fine. Instead of your payments being $600 a month, can you afford $800 a month? That's one way. Or they might say, I saw somebody sent me over a contract who bought it was in Panorama. I just can't remember if it was Park or Garden. It was Garden. We bought the same unit. He bought an A2 unit at the Garden. His contract's different than mine. His contract was this. He still did 10% down, but his contract was, let's say, $1,000 a month. But for 6 months, it was $1,000 a month, and then the 7th month, it was like $1,500. Then the 8th month, it was back to $1,000 a month. Then the next month, the 7th month, again, it was like $1,500. So he had this up and down thing, but based on over time, it still ends up being the same percentage down. So you can do all kind of options. Don't think that it's in stone. Check out MPW, New REIT. Yes, heard about it. Just came out. Let's see what happened. Medical Properties Trust. Let's go. Past year, 9.86. Not bad, 10%. Do they give dividends? Yes, they do. 5.43% dividends at $20 a share. And you guys know it's health. Oh, they have triple net leases. That's even better. Oh my goodness. Properties all over worldwide. Oh my, I like it. Thank you so much for bringing that in. We're going to have to put that in on the SSN Nation portfolio, and I might have to invest in that company. You guys know I believe in the healthcare situation. That's just going to be a worldwide. Look at the coronavirus. Look at the variants. Look at the bad environmental situations going on around the world. And these guys are positioned all over the world too. Man, I like it. Soul Fest concert is coming to Hard Rock Punta Cana. Fantasia will be one of the singers. Wow. The Motley Crue rock band is also on schedule. Other festivals, concerts moved to 2022 due to COVID. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Yes. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly why being in the vacation rental industry, you have to know about events that occur. Because when you set up your vacation rental, like Airbnb or VRBOs or any other rental spot, you have to be able to adjust your calendar for these days. Because you don't want to be accepting $300 a night when you could have been getting $500 a night. You find out later, people with the same type unit was getting $500, $600 a night, and you were accepting $300, $250 a night. So that's why you have to be up on, and you can see Marrero's doing his homework. Marrero's doing his homework because his property is supposed to be done in June of 2022. So he gets to win in 2022. So the more concerts they have, and especially at the Hard Rock, the better. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to have anything up, but we're going to go look. We're going to go look. Now, Soul Fest, here we go, 2022. Oh, it's not the real one. Okay, this is Song Kick. They're selling tickets already? Interested. Notify me. Accept cookies. Here's some of the lineup for you. Okay, it just says Fantasia right now. American R&B, notably. Okay, I don't know where. Oh, probably got to find out at Hard Rock, right? Let's go look. Okay, so now Soul Fest, Erykah Badu. Oh, okay. We have a Soul Fest. They said Erykah Badu. Oh, there you go. So see, his property is not going to be done in January. So he's not going to be able to take advantage. But Erykah Badu, Kim, Fantasia, Charlie Wilson, and your official all-inclusive Hard Rock Hotel. So now, January 27th through the 30th. Let's go. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go in real time. Check it out. All right? Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. This is a perfect example of when you're going to be doing vacation rentals, when you own your real estate and you plan on doing Airbnbs, this is what you look for. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, he had his place built and my place is built. Both of us would be trying to take advantage of this, right? So he has the upper hand, you would think, because his property is on the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino website, right? So, here's what's going to happen. Hold on a second. I'm going to have to go to the Hard Rock Hotel. They're taking me somewhere else. We got to go find out how much it is January 27th through the 30th on property, right? Let's go find out. This other place they sent me to their spot. But we're going to go find out, right? So, book now. Let's go see how much we got to be charged here. Bundle? No, we're going hotel. Let's go. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got. July. We're going 2022. January 27th through the 30th. All right. So, first of all, most people don't think a certain way. We'll use two people. I got to give you guys something else to think about. here's where a lot of people miss out on value. So you raised your price January 27th through the 30th, but remember, you're on an island. People have to get there. Nobody's going to come on January 27th to be at a concert that day. They have to get there the day before. So your price for the Thursday, the 26th, should be a little less than Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but it still should not be at the normal rate. It should be at a third to a fourth less than the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday rate, or make it the same rate because people still have to figure out a place to stay for a Thursday night when they arrive. And remember, Sunday night, people are going to leave a concert at 1 a.m. in the morning. They're not going to leave the next day. All right? So the Essence Festival in New Orleans, every July, the festival starts Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I always have the same rate, the highest rate, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and people book it up, stay the 3 or 4 nights all the time for the highest rate. So this is what you would do here, all right? Just to get you guys up to speed. Now, let's go check availability, shall we? Well, it opened up another window. So I'm going to try and transpose the other window into our window and see what happens. Let's see if it works. All right, I'm going to get off screen here. Let's go look and see how we end this up with this. What's the prices? Oh, look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, see this right here? Not available. There are no rooms available on January 28th. Nothing is available. Notice Thursday is the 27th. So that means we have to go. So now, look at this. Look at this. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We want to know how much this is, right? We have to know. They said the 28th is booked. So let's see for the 2 nights. Let's see if we can get 2 nights, and then we can figure out how much they're charging for the. Here we go. All right. $580 for Saturday and Sunday. That's 11. What is it? Oh, it's going to be more than that. So let's go with the online exclusive rate. All meals included. Everything's included. Here's this king size bed is $614. We're going to go with the cheapest. Oh, wait. Okay, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see this? This is a studio. This is a 1-bedroom. They are up to $952 per night, ladies and gentlemen. This is the online rate. 1,700 square feet, so that's pretty big. All right. Garden view. Main lobby. Marrero's place, I don't think is 1,700 square feet, but he has a 2-bedroom. So now, people, I'm going to click on this one because this actually, oh, no. We don't want to do that. They're not even going to give us the price. All right. So you guys can see right now, $2,000 for 2 nights in a 1-bedroom. It can sleep 4 adults and 2 kids. So it can sleep the equivalent of 6 people, just like a 2-bedroom. Victor Marrero's on the place. If his place was built, do you think he can get $600 a night? And keep in mind, $950 and $950 is $1,900. The tax is going to take this to about $2,100. Now, this puzzles me why this is. So hopefully you guys are understanding what I'm talking about. And the fact that they are booked up, he now has an advantage. He has a huge advantage. So you guys, I hope you understand how powerful this is. The fact that they're booked up and nobody can reserve the 27th or the 28th, that means he can charge whatever he wants. He can get close to $800 a night because nobody can stay there. And he has a 2-bedroom. Now, let's take this a little further. So now they're charging let's just say conservative. Let's say he charges $600 a night. Conservative. He's going to be able to charge $600 a night, maybe even upgrade it. But let's just say 6 times 4 is $2,400, ladies and gentlemen. That's what he could charge during SoulFest if his place was built. So in 2023, he's going to be able to get at least $2,400 for that 4 nights during SoulFest. I think that is nice, right? His property value is $240. So that is beautiful. Now, think about this. Let's go one step further. Some of you might be sitting here right now going, hey, Eric, I can't afford a 2-bedroom. Okay, no worries. You did see the 1-bedroom there that could sleep 6, because your 1-bedroom could also sleep 6 if you configure it properly. 1-bedroom sleeps 6. Yeah, it's not 1,700 square feet. Maybe it's only 600. Oh, well, actually, 1-bedrooms at Galaxy are 800, 700 square feet. You might not be able to charge $1,000 a night, but do you think you can charge $400 a night? 400 times 4 is $1,600 for that weekend for your 1-bedroom at Connor Rock Universe, right? Maybe even more. Who knows? You have a full kitchen, and they can still go up to the Hard Rock with the wristband. They can't do the all-inclusive thing, but so what? They can go down and get $200 worth of food for 4 days easily, including liquor. No problem. So these are the advantages that you have. And just think about how many other events that they're going to have. Now, let's go one step further. Some of you might be saying, now remember, the 1-bedroom only costs $114,000. All right, $117,000. Now, some of you might be going, well, Eric, how far is your Vista Cana property from there? Right? So now that I know Victor Marrero, well, we'll know because we can go to Airbnb and things like that and see how much people are charging. But if we know Hard Rock's charging $1,000 a night for a 2-bedroom or a 1-bedroom that sleeps 6, a 2-bedroom that sleeps 6 should have almost equal value. If we know they're charging that kind of money up there, and we know Victor Marrero is charging $600 per night, well, I'm sitting over here at Vista Cana, and I might go, okay, well, then I'll charge $400 a night. So now a person sitting there going, okay, it's $2,400 at Marrero's, and it's on site. That's worth a value to some people. All they have to do is walk to the venue. Other people going, well, wait a minute. I don't want to spend $2,400, but I don't mind spending $1,600. And then I take Uber for $30. Well, it's going to cost me $60 each way. $60 each way, Uber, to get up there and back every time. Okay, I'd rather pay the $1,600. So there's a tier for everybody, and there's a spot for everybody. So I just want you to think about that. And if you're smart and you really start thinking about it, and I do the housekeeping and I do all this other stuff, don't you think that I'm already going to have the vehicle and everything on site? So then I'm going to start going, okay, now I'm going to add on additional. I'll say, okay, I'm charging $500 a night, but free transportation to and from the concert venue. Make a phone call. So I'll get the extra $100 a night just because I have transportation. So that's an extra $400. What's the cost of it to me totally? Who knows? I only have one guest. You're going to have to let the driver know when to come get you. The driver's sitting at home. You need a 20 to 30 minute leeway. It's worth it, right? They're going to say, okay, I don't have to stay on the property and I get to save some money. Okay, cool. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. These are advantages you have when there's events. So I'm just giving you something. All right, let's move on. This is the only channel that I've heard saying no barriers to entry and actually tell you how. Wilson Koo, exactly. Thank you so much, man. That's how we do it. Eric, I love your t-shirt. Thank you so much, Charlie. Speaking of that, Emerging Millionaire t-shirt, ladies and gentlemen, you can go to the StopStrugglingNow.com website. And that's where you get our gear, or down below down below the video, some people can see the Teespring merch shelf, and we have some other gear that you can actually see there, but there's more gear at the StopStrugglingNow.com website. And they're $29, and that's it. There's no tax and no shipping. It includes the tax, includes the shipping, $29. All right? 2 hours, 54 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen. Please smash that like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel and please hit that notification bell. We're getting in there. We're getting more than 1,000 people that can actually get the uploads and information when I upload videos. All right. Victor Marrero, very cool. Exactly. Guns N' Roses was also coming to Hard Rock in October 2021, and it also moved to next year. I'm hoping to close by end of 2022. Yeah. Guns N' exactly. He's sitting in, you guys can already see Soul Fest. It has some, that's R&B. Guns N' Roses is rock. The prices that Hard Rock charges are generally going to be the same. So the one bedroom that we just saw for $1,000 a night is still going to be $1,000 a night when Guns N' Roses comes. It's going to be more when you have those still, like Guns N' Roses, even though they still have concerts. But if you had like, I don't even know who artists really are, but I'll just use an example. Like if J-Lo all of a sudden said, I'm going out there, it's not going to be $1,000 a night for the one bedroom that sleeps 6. It's going to be more like $1,300 a night. You follow what I'm saying? So that's the kind of thing that we're talking about. So you will be able to and the fact that they have a Hard Rock Hotel casino venue there, and everybody gets to eat off the plate because there's thousands of people that will fly in to go to these concerts. Keep in mind, there's a Hard Rock in Florida. There's a Hard Rock in Vegas. There's a Hard Rock in a few states. But that doesn't mean that Shakira is going to be playing at the Hard Rock in Vegas or the Hard Rock in Florida, in Tampa. Or, yeah, it's in Tampa, right? Hard Rock in, yeah, it is in Tampa. And then the Hard Rock is in Hollywood, Florida, near Miami. The other Hard Rock is in Vegas, and the other Hard Rock is in Punta Cana. Those are the ones I know about. I'm pretty sure there's others around the country, but, you know. So think about if there's another venue that happens to come to Punta Cana area that also has concerts. That would be awesome. Wilson Koo, you would be correct. Thank you, Charlie. Appreciate that. Wow, not surprised. It's sold out. That lineup is amazing. Yes, that lineup is amazing. And yeah, it's only sold out on the night of the 28th, which gives everybody there. Well, there's some people right now who actually have their one bedrooms are done at Connor Rock Universe. Yeah, they don't sleep 6, they sleep 4. But the thing is, they can look across and be like, wait, they're charging $500 a night just for a studio unit, $600 a night after tax. They will be able to get $400 a night for their one bedrooms. Nobody should be renting. There will be people though. Get this. Just like Airbnb, every platform, there will be somebody renting right now. When that Soul Fest comes up, they'll have a one bedroom at the Connor Rock Universe or Connor Rock condos, and they will rent theirs for $150 to $200 a night. You know why? Because they're going to say, oh, I don't really care. If I get $500 or $600, that's great. So don't worry about what somebody else rents theirs for. You have to go by what the prevailing rate is in the area. No matter if it's Connor Rock, no matter wherever you rent at. It could be Mexico, it could be Miami, it could be anywhere. You have to go where the hotels. Everybody wants to stay. Your one bedroom is like a hotel. That's what you have to keep in your head. You have the same amenities that a hotel has. You have a pool. You have a fitness center. You might even have a co-working space. You might have restaurants. You have all that on site, just like a hotel. So if a hotel is charging $500, $800, $900, $1,000 a night, and you have the same unit as the hotel, then you charge a little bit less than the hotel. But if somebody else wants to charge like peanuts, well, great. There's thousands of people coming to the venue. All right. So therefore, just because 5 people are giving away their units for $150 a night, those 5 are already gone. They're booked up. Gone. What's left? My unit that I'm charging $399 a night for. And then there's going to be other people that might even be charging more, and some people that might be charging less. And so then it's just about what type of amenities you have. Like, for instance, when you arrive, you have da-da-da-da-da-da in the kitchen or in the fridge. You already have a, 12-pack of beer or something. You add these little things that only cost you $10, $20, $30. But that $10, $20, $30 gets you extra. All right? Just keep these things in mind, guys. Not surprised, sold out. Tell me about it. I'm offering day passes to my renters for the Hard Rock all-inclusive experience. I plan to build it on the nightly rate. In fact, you can do that also. Daily package. Exact. I was just getting ready to say, Marrero. I can tack it on myself. Exactly. Very smart. Very, very smart. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at 3 hours. Please smash that like button. And I got to tell you, tonight has been another special lesson. And it's all that. What is it? SSN University, SSN Academy. You guys are getting a lesson on Real Estate 101, how to buy, how to start from ground zero with land, where to go buy the land. Now we're into if you had vacation rentals or rental property that you're going to rent on Airbnb and make money daily, weekly, nightly. Now we're talking about how to improve the value of your rental property without spending an arm and a leg. So now Victor Marrero and myself, we have 2 things. Victor Marrero actually, when you're on, everybody who buys at the Conner Rock, you have a unique experience for the people that actually come to stay there. The reason why it's unique, you can have your people say, I choose. Some people could say, well, you know what? When I come there, I don't care about that all-inclusive thing. You have a kitchen. I'll just stop at the grocery store and I'll bring all my food for $200, $300 for the week. That's fine. Then you have other people who go, you know what? You're on the ground to the Hard Rock, but I don't know if I really want to stay there. But now you offer an option going, well, for an extra $115, $125 per night, you can have the all-inclusive feature. All of a sudden, that changes the ball game. Now you get the best of both worlds, because now, just like that $1,000 a night for the Soul Fest, he could sit there and say, you know what? I'm charging $600 a night, but I'll give you the all-inclusive experience if you guys want to pay an extra $700, $750 a night. Now all of a sudden they're like, wait a minute. I'm going to stay at this place on the golf course for $750, $800 a night and still be able to do all-inclusive? Well, why am I going to pay $1,000 a night for 5 nights? Because remember, this is 27th through the 30th. So people are going to stay the 26th through the 31st or the 1st. So you're going to be able to rent 4 or 5 nights. So they're going to go, wait, I'm going to save $1,000 if I stay at 5 nights. So why am I going to pay Hard Rock when I still have the wristband and can go on the property? Not only that, he has a private beach club, I believe, for these guys, separate from the Hard Rock Casino. So I think they have a private beach club that people can go to. So he has other things that he can attract people to get there. Now, again, Eric, you're at Vista Cana. Once again, I can't get $700, $800 a night because I'm not on property. But if I start going, okay, I want $500 a night, people start going, well, wait, he's higher than everybody else at Vista Cana. Everybody else at Vista Cana wants it $350, $300. But then I turn around and say, oh, I have wristbands, so you can actually go to the Hard Rock Casino. When you go there, you get to use their amenities. These are the kind of things that you have to think about. So now that's why I can charge more, while my contemporaries, sorry, they can't charge that much, right? And especially when you start throwing in the one-way trip or the trip up and back, You start throwing that in, people are like, okay, that's worth 500 to me. That's worth 550 to me. That's worth 575 to me. I'm not going to pay 1,000. I'm staying in a 2-bedroom, and now we got 6 people. And by the way, he's got that thing upstairs. Wait, we can have 8 people up here as long as it doesn't rain. These are the kind of things you got to think about. So the lineup of stars like Las Vegas or Atlantic City superstars. Exactly. It's like the lineup from Vegas. That's who's at the Hard Rock in Punta Cana most of the time. And actually, just like the Soul Fest, it's not, those guys would not necessarily have a residence in Vegas, but they're still superstars. And you put 4 or 5 superstars together, then you have $1,000 a night that you can charge for a 1-bedroom that sleeps 6. Or for their studio unit, charging $600 a night. Crazy stuff when you think about it. I got to make some travel agent friends. Nah, Vanessa, you have travel agent friends. Aren't you in SoCal? I think you're in SoCal. If you're in SoCal, the best airport in the world is LAX. What I mean by that is that's like leaving out of New York, Chicago, Miami. You get different rates than somebody leaving out of Mississippi or Kansas. You follow what I'm saying? So you get cheap rates to the Caribbean, or better yet, if you really want to know, I used to have a travel agency. So let me give you some stuff that I used to do. My travel agency was in California. So somebody would say, I'm going to the Caribbean. So you know what I would do? Here's the secrets, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, let me break it down. So when you go to the Caribbean, where are the cheapest flights out of? Check this out. Orlando, Miami in Florida. It could be Atlanta, and it could be New York, JFK. All right? So when you live on the West Coast and you have the capabilities of leaving out of LAX, SFO, you have an advantage. Why? Because when you leave out of SFO or LAX and fly to New York, Atlanta, Orlando, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, you have advantages. You have lower rates. Okay? So you could find a round trip to any of those places I just mentioned. You could find a round trip for almost $199 to $299, let's say. The thing is, when you get on those, in those cities, you can get round trip flights to the islands for anywhere from $125 to $225. So you can get round trip for less than $500 in the 4s, and best case scenario is crazy, $375. I used to get people, I'd split up the flights. You just make them one ways. And then as long as they have like that 2-hour window to change flights, because sometimes you might have to change terminals or something, then you're good. And that's how you do it. You can probably check it out right now. You can probably fly from LAX to Miami, MIA. I'd be willing to bet you 200 round trip, 249 round trip if you had a 2-week or 3-week head start. Or you could do like Frontier, Spirit, or something like that. There's ways to get around this. Orlando's another good spot and a jump off point going to the Caribbean. And of course, Fort Lauderdale, because Fort Lauderdale has Spirit Air and they have special rates to the islands a lot of times. All right. Yes, sir. I'm in SoCal. Well, there you go. Vanessa, you got it. In fact, since we always do this, it's 3 hours in. This is not something that I was planning on doing, but let's check this out. LAX to MIA, right? Check this out. So, in fact, let me just, I'm going to mess around. Okay, look at this. August, well, that's August, but look here. Spirit Air is 124 round trip. JetBlue 197. So you see right here, this is all doable, but it's that date. But I'm just giving an example. So then I go MIA to what is that? PJB? I think that. Let's go. I'll go this way. PUJ. Okay. So now, let's see. I don't like that. near the same dates, it's 341, but that's 440. But let's check this out. Let's go LAX by itself. Let's see what love we get there. So we get 520. So again, you could save yourself a little bit, $50, $60, $70, but that's just an example. So there's ways that you can make this work. So you go, what's Orlando? I can't remember Orlando. I can't remember. See, Orlando's 346 to the DR. So then you go LAX. I can't remember Orlando's code. But anyhow, it doesn't matter. Look at that. 115. See what I'm saying? So you can leave out of Orlando. You got round trip 115. So now you're at 470, I believe that was. So we're almost at the same rate, 470, 460. But anyhow, you can see what I'm talking about. You can make them match up. And so that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. All right? That's how you do it. Or like I said, sometimes you can go to JFK because you guys know you got JFK $59 rates or something, $120 to go to JFK. Then you drop down JFK to the Caribbean, sometimes cheap as well. Well, I was thinking travel agent friends so they can lead travelers to my condo in the Dominican Republic business, sir. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but just keep in mind that they don't have enough customers that's going to the DR. Let's put it that way. Your best friend is going to be the platforms. It's going to be the Airbnbs, the VRBOs. That's your best friends right now. Give them their 3.5%. Like I said, every $1,000, you're just giving them $35. That's it. And they bring the customers to you. The travel agents, a travel agency doesn't have that many people. But I will give you this. If you want to do that route, okay, let's just call it what it is. If you're near LA, you go see the wholesalers in LA, wholesale travel agents in LA. They're the ones that sell international travel. You go see them and tell them that you have a place in the DR. So every time they book that international travel, whether it be wherever it is, somebody calls up and says, I want to go to the Caribbean, then they'll have a reason to say, hey, consider Dominican Republic, and I have this condo here. That will help you out greatly. You need a wholesaler. You don't need the travel agent. You need the wholesaler. The reason why, if you own a travel agency, okay, other secrets. So a perfect example is I could probably pull up. I don't have my Sabre login anymore like I used to, but I can probably pull up where I can get a flight from LAX to Punta Cana on the international from a wholesaler. I can probably get it for like 20%. So let's say that 470 would be 93, would be 350. All right. That's how travel agents make their money, profits. So it's usually 20% less than the advertised rates. So we'd be around 350, 360. So here's what happens. A travel agency, because they would call the wholesaler, will say, hey, I need that flight for 350. The wholesaler is going to then say, hey, or put it in their package when they send out to the travel agencies or their travel agents, because travel agents now work from home a lot of places. So now they'll say, okay, we have a package, 350 flight, or we'll include hotel, and then they'll give them that hotel price, 3-night minimum or 4-night minimum or whatever. That's why I say wholesaler, because a wholesaler they send it out to thousands of agents. So now thousands of agents get it versus the one travel agency who only has their 5 or 6 agents. So it's an idea. But anyhow, look for the wholesalers. And there are plenty of, well, not plenty. There's 4 or 5 in LAX area. MCO. There we go. Thank you, Victor Marrero. I couldn't remember what it was. Stop in Orlando for a few days, then go to DR. Curtis Davis. That's how I do things, ladies and gentlemen. Remember this, when you guys are going on these trips, like for instance, Vanessa's going to Mexico. If you have an LLC or a business with an EIN number and the business has something to do with you looking for property for your business or looking for an investment for your business, these are write-offs. Just keep that in mind. Now, the reason why I say that, I preference that because here's what I used to do, still do, is if I did that LAX to MCO to Punta Cana, I'm hanging out in Orlando for 2 or 3 days. Hanging out. And I'm looking at property in Orlando. 1 or 2 days, I still get to write off. I'm there on business. I'm looking at property there because they have property there, like the one that Victor Marrero was talking about that was $1 million. That was like that 8-plex. They have tons of properties there for sale. Yes, so I'm going to look there. That's a write-off. Now I hang out for 2 or 3 days. 2 days I'm writing off. 3rd day, now I'm catching the flight over to Punta Cana. Now I'm there looking for property for the business. Another write-off. 1st day, last day. Then I fly back. Maybe I go direct. Maybe I go to Miami. Who knows? Go hang out there. But I'm going to downtown Miami to go look at some property. It's a beautiful thing, man. When you're in business, you get all kind of write-offs, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you should have an EIN and an LLC under your name. ConoRock has a program called Buy and Play or something like that. Basically, they will fly you to Punta Cana and pay you for 4-night stay if you sign a purchase agreement. My brother did that exactly. Yes, they don't talk about that much. Most of the brokers, most of the real estate agents do have that buy and play that he's talking about for a lot of the properties. Can you Airbnb, and also does the Cana Resort rent out for you as well? Yes, Vanessa Comagate. The ConoRock Resort has their own rental situation. It's I can't remember. It was either 25 or 30%. But the first year or two, they're guaranteeing you like 8%, like 7% value. I don't know what that really means, but yes, they do rent it out for you. In fact, Vista Cana is not set up that way unless you buy at the towers, Vista Cana Towers. They're set up with the hotel rental. That's why I was going to buy there first. The beach property, dtbeach.com, the beach property rents out for you. REA Suites and Resort, they rent out for you. There's properties on Vista Cana that rent out for you, and all of ConoRock properties rent for you. Even if you pick the Blue Marina that's in El Cordecito area or Los Corrales area, they rent out Blue Marina for you. ConoRock has Blue Marina out at Los Corrales. So yeah, a lot of places do that. You are correct, sir. I do have a corporation, and trust me, the trip is a write-off. There you go. She's already got it set up, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you can Airbnb, but they also have an on-site rental management company. Remember, every ConoRock project is like a hotel with a lobby and everything, restaurant and all that. That is correct. That's why ConoRock is so sweet. I have to admit. Thanks, Eric and Victor. I'm thinking this Hard Rock might be the ticket. Hey, like I said, I originally was looking at Hard Rock myself. I was looking at Blue Marina. That was on the list, but Blue Marina is in Los Corrales because it's up 3 minutes to the beach, 4 minutes to the beach, walking distance, and the price was $199,000 at the time. Now it's up to $112,000, I think, for the 1 bedroom. But I was also looking at ConoRock, but ConoRock at the time, they didn't. Well, anyhow, the ones that I was looking at, they were not like 100,000. They were all like 179, 200, 220. So I was like, I don't want to spend that. I want to get 2 properties for that. So that's why I said, okay, forget ConoRock. Let's go to Blue Marina out Los Corrales. So that was initially on my list. And then I was like, well, then when I went to the beach was my number 1 choice. And then Vista Cana was like, okay, let's go over to Vista Cana. Then when I found out all the amenities and what they were doing, I was like, oh, that quickly changed to my number one spot for the money. So in essence, it's all about what you like, and Conarock is the ticket because they have everything set up. I have to admit, that's why I say it's. That's why I always mention Conarock and I always mention Vista Cana, because to me, those are the 1-2s as far as if you're doing vacation rentals, and not only that, those are the 1-2s if you're going to live in the unit as well. Because like I said, I was talking with my dad earlier, and I was telling him, I was like, Dad, you got to come over and check out, because my dad likes fishing, my dad's like golfing, and I said, Dad, there's only 2 places that you would like, you wouldn't mind staying for a month. And I said, one is either at the Hard Rock because they have the golf course there, and then of course they have the beach. That's a 3-minute walk, but he's not a beach guy, but then he fishes. So I said, okay, then you wouldn't mind staying at my joint at Vista Cana because we have the beach, well, saltwater water lake thing, which you don't go to the beach anyhow, but we have that fishing lake, and we have restaurants on site just like there, and we have the 9-hole golf course right now, but I think there's going to be a 27-hole golf course. At least that's what the owners told me. So I said, and so since he golfs, he would do that. So I was like, well, then you'll love this spot. And then you walk right out and you got the pool, the restaurant, all the rest of the stuff. So, that's the beauty of it, Vanessa. The Conarock property is, the water is 3-minute walk. The ocean, the beach, 3 to 4 minute walk from these condos on the water. In fact, let me see something. Hold on. I don't like the Conarock. I don't like their website. I can't maneuver like I want. I'm going to show you this right here while I get a little bit of water. Let's wait for this to rock up. Okay. I just don't like their website. I never even noticed this over here. I never even noticed this. Maybe I have to spend more time on their website. So here's their investment benefits. So you can go see all this. I'm just showing for, oh God, they pop up another screen. So I swear, I just don't like how they have their website. Drives me crazy. Here's some amenities. Here we go. Cana Bay. Here we go. All owners get free access to one of the best beach clubs in Punta Cana. That's what I was referring to, their own private beach club. All right. So I guess this is what it looks like. I don't know. I don't remember the beach club when I was there. The golf club, the investment benefits, the racquetball, wellness center, gym. All right. It doesn't really show. Where's the Marrero probably has better stuff than I do, because all I know is where it is, and I can't ever pull it up while we're talking. So I don't know. One of these days, I'm going to have to just, here, I'll just pull up Universe. Oh, here we go again. See if this helps. Yeah, one of these days, I'm just going to have to give you guys pictures of the place. I actually have pictures on WhatsApp of the layout where it actually shows where each one of these projects are on the golf course. But when I go to their website, it just doesn't show it. Yeah, it doesn't really show where it is. And if I do this, oh, wait a minute. It might be the brochure I've been missing this whole time. This is sweet. Let's see if you guys can see this. Yes, you can. Right on. Here we go. Oh, yeah, you got to have that referral. Vanessa Comagate, you got to have that referral. Get that Victor Marrero referral. All right, here we go. Okay, here we are. Let's get the stats. Look at this. Macau Beach is 7 kilometers. That's like 1 mile. 6 kilometers is 1 mile. So that means Macau Beach, that means the Hard Rock is like 25 minutes from the airport. Okay. Blue Mall, doesn't matter. Downtown, 17 kilometers, almost 3 miles. So that means, what is this? Las Americas Airport. Okay, that's too far. Here we go. 27 kilometers. That's going to take, that takes like, I know it's like 20 minutes from downtown, but 27 kilometers is only like 5 miles. That's weird. But anyhow, Kana Bay. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. There you go, Vanessa. Here you go. This is it. Everybody that's watching right now, if you can see this, this is the ocean. This is where you're staying on the golf course. You go right here. You're at the beach. That's literally 3 minutes, 5 minutes away. Here's Universe. The other ones are here too. Galaxy. I don't know if this is Galaxy or not because I don't know which one's which. But there's like Universe, Stella, Galaxy. They're all right here, all around the golf course. You're all there. That's how close you are. And there's the beach club again. And that looks like their model. And there you go. This is Kana Rock Universe. So I had to hit that brochure every time. Yeah, first floor swim-up bar. That's sweet. All right, so I found the secret, Marrero. I found the secret. It's the brochure. Yeah, and people live on the golf course. So here's the payment plan. 5% with reservation, 15% with promise to purchase. So you got to do 20% down. Then 60% in monthly payments. Oh my, they've changed the, yeah, they've changed. This is what also is going to happen the longer you wait. Because they're making you put 20% down and pay 60% during construction. Wow. Or you can do, 50% down. Oh, yeah, they've changed things dramatically. And the prices went up dramatically as well. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. How sweet is that? How sweet is that? That is awesome. Okay, I'm going to do one last thing since we've always talked about Marrero's place. I'm going to go back. Now that I know where to look, it's the brochure. Let's go see where the Galaxy is. Now that I know I can click this brochure thing down here and pull it up, get the PDF. How sweet is that? All right, here's Galaxy. All the excitement about Galaxy. All right. Yep. Okay, so Galaxy's the first one up. You can see the little road here, so there it is. That's how people are getting around, and that's the golf cart path as well. So that means people are walking from, or drive. I guess you can drive here. Go down here. There's the beach club apparently, or one of these things are. So, oh, okay. There we go. Galaxy. All right, this is cool. I like it. Let's see if they show anything different. Here we go. Courtyard. Theirs is a little different. 1 and 2 bedroom modular units. Here's a 2-bedroom. 2-bedroom. And are these 2 master suites? That would be sweet. It looks like. Okay. It is 2 bathrooms. Cool. All right. I wish I would have found this earlier. But better late than never. Nicely designed. And by the golf course. So here we are again. Oh, here we go. High income, so guaranteed 7%. There you go. All right. So hopefully that helps, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully that helps. So you guys can see what we're doing here. Stop in. All right. 3 hours, 29 minutes. This could be a record. Okay. Let's see. I missed something. Can I Airbnb? Here we go. I missed this. Kind of Rock buy and play. Can I Airbnb? And also, does the Kind of Rock? Yes, they do. As I mentioned before. Yes, she did that. Yes, you can Airbnb, but they also have an on-site rental management company. Remember, every Kind of Rock project is like a hotel. Yep. Thanks, Eric. I'm thinking this Hard Rock might be the ticket. Yes. Hopefully, I showed you how far it's from the beach. It's right there. 3 to 5 minutes, you're at the beach. They'll give me 7% of property value per year guarantee. For me, it's about $1,300 per month, but I can make more than that, so I may decline that. Plus, I want to be able to use it anytime. Exactly, Marrero. There is no reason to opt into the 7% of property value, $1,300 per month. In fact, they want you to give them the property, because if they're able to, I mean, in my estimation, if they're able to charge, I mean, even if they're able to charge $250 a night, $250 a night is $1,800. And if we're talking about 85, 80, let's even drop from Mr. Estacio. He said it's 85% occupancy 9 months of the year. And it's 90-something% when it's those January, February, March. So if we're talking about that type of number, man, that means these guys would be making hands over fists and give you 7% while they keep the other 7 to 15%. That'd be crazy. Vanessa Comingate, we might be neighbors, sir. Right on. Vanessa, seriously, if you're going to consider Kind of Rock, talk with Andrea Rodriguez. Send me an email. If you already sent me an email, I actually, I have your email. I actually have video that she sent me from Kind of Rock Universe, which are the 1-bedroom units, where they actually have the pool that comes out front, or the pool goes along the building somewhat. It's like 30, 40 feet from the building, but the pool runs the length of the building and goes around. And she sent me a video of that. And they also have a restaurant right across like a little bridge. Very interesting how they did the universe. We're sharing the same beach as the Hard Rock. Exactly. But answer me this. Do you know anything about that private beach club, Kana Bay? Because when you go out to the beach, I don't know if they're calling that the private beach club, because everybody at Hard Rock can go out to that beach area where they have the pool out front, then they have the snack bar, and then next door is also, I forgot, there's another, on each side is another resort. So I don't know where that beach club would be, unless that is the beach club that's out there with the snack bar and the and that restaurant. Cool. Let me know if you need additional information. Victor Marrero, do they have do they give you guys any discounts or any perks for referring people at the Kind of Rock itself? Absolutely. I will get the referral. Yep. Good night, fam. Have a great weekend. Long day tomorrow. Wilson Koo, thank you once again for being here and for your contributions. Wow, this is awesome. It's everything I'm looking for. There you go. There you go. Thank you, boss, for your hard work. No worries. I can do 20% or 50% down. Vanessa Comagate, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it again. Thank you so much. I humbly appreciate that. Yeah, just remember this, Vanessa. I will say this. Don't get caught up too fast. Just remember, the reason why I say put down 20, you might as well. The reason why I say that, it's 0% interest. So why give them the whole 50? You might be able to use the other 30% for something else, or maybe being able to get some interest on that other 30%, because that 30% could be like $30,000 for a 1-bedroom. Let's say, actually be more, $40,000. The 30% on a 2-bedroom unit, well, let's just call it what it is. That could be $60,000 to $90,000. So why give them all that money when you can put it somewhere and earn 8, 9, 10% on that, and then just pay the 0% over the next, well, these places are going to be done in 2 to 3 years. I mean, 1 to 2 years. So maybe it might not work out that way, but still, if you have 1 year to earn 10% on your money, That's still an extra $9,000 or potentially. Anyhow, something to think about. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at 3 hours and 34 minutes, which is almost nearing a record, but we're going to close it out. If you guys want to talk about anything before we leave, please do so now. I want to hear from you about that. So we talked about the stock market. We talked about crypto a little bit. We talked about gold, silver, and precious metals. We talked about real estate. We talked about how you can actually do this, how you can get into this, right? No credit check. And it's no barriers to entry, ladies and gentlemen. You just need the cash flow. You need some revenue. No barriers to entry, no credit check, no qualifying, no bank statements, no nothing. You're in. You just need the down payments and you need to pay the monthlies. That's it. All right. So thank you so much. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Wow. I want to thank Auntie Val for becoming a new member of the channel tonight and sharing her information on her acres. Congratulations to her. Charlie, reminding us to smash the like button. And also, thank you so much for the donation. I want to thank you once again. I appreciate it. All right. So again, this is how we do it here, ladies and gentlemen. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night. You know what we can do. Canna Bay Beach Club is our private beach club. The Hard Rock Hotel is right in front of the Galaxy. From my apartment to the Hard Rock lobby is a 2-minute walk. Yeah, that's beautiful. And so again, that means 5 minutes to the water. Right on. I love that. I love that, man. Yeah, Connor Rock, actually, quite frankly, I have to admit, just keep this in mind. The Connor, even though I have 2 properties, they're building an airport up by Connor Rock, up by Macau, because I didn't realize Macau Beach was only, 7 kilometers away. It's seemingly like only 1 mile or 2 miles away from Hard Rock. It seemed further than that when we were driving on the freeway, but who knows? I'm talking. I wasn't paying attention. The airport might only be like 6 or 7, 10 kilometers north of that. So I'm like, wait, that changes the whole other thing because people can land at Punta Cana and at the new airport, which means there's more people coming in, but people coming up at the Macau Beach area, that tie in. Just like if there was an airport in Cap Cana. So having an airport up at that area has a lot more all-inclusive resorts. People pay more at that end. So now I'm beginning to think maybe that 117, 120K 1-bedroom at Connor Rock Universe might be worth it because right now at Connor Rock Galaxy, they're $300,000 for a 1-bedroom. You follow what I'm saying? All right. That's how we got to do it. Auntie's still with us, Auntie Val. Thank you once again, Auntie Val, for becoming a member of the channel. And Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, you're welcome. Thank you for the gems as well, ladies and gentlemen. So stay tuned. There will be another video in about 10 days for the SSN Nation paper trading so you guys can keep track of it. And you're going to find out the new stocks that I added like MGI and I'm Domo, Twilio, all that. Twilio is going to be added. So once again, if anybody has any questions, we're going to wrap this up right now because I want to thank you once again for being here on the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. And what else can I say? We have the new name, the FUD Free Friday, the SSN Nation Academy, the SSN Nation University, the No Guru Zone, the Emerging Millionaires. We're all here in the house, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to thank everybody who made those contributions in the chat room and everybody who put in their feedback. I humbly appreciate all of it. And I appreciate your support. All right. We're about to wrap it up. Good night, guys. Peace and blessings. Good night, Vanessa Comigate. I appreciate it. Thank you for your input. And by asking the questions and we going into it, it may have helped other people so they can see for themselves what they have to do to get into this. So once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click your bell so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. That's why we cater. I consider it specializing in how you can get wealth from a little bit of money and a little bit of ingenuity. And in some cases, you might have inheritances of land and acreage, and people in your family might have something that they have not even monetized yet. And now you have turned it into a way that they can monetize it and take advantage of creating wealth for the family. So I want to thank you once again for being here, and keep your head up. Keep moving, and I'm out.